everybody. Y'all know we have some stuff to break down in this video. Wait a minute. I am out of breath, y'all. I went to Popeyes to give me some chicken, and I am literally like out of breath right now. I am out of breath. Okay. Shout out to my team for putting together this beautiful thumbnail. Thank you to all of my team members. Love you dearly. Okay. We are here and we got a lot of stuff to talk about in this video. We going to be talking about Tasha K. We're going to be talking about CardiB. We're going to be talking about Brim. And we also going to be talking about Kevin Hart. And also we're going to be talking about Samantha James, aka Tookie. So we're going to be talking about that as well. So with this message, and gosh, to Tookie, I was on Tookie Instagram. And when I tell you I was highly entertained, even though she's back on drugs, she's extremely high, she's extremely paranoid, I'm entertained by it. I will get on here and say, oh my gosh, it's so sad, but I'm thoroughly entertained. Like Tookie did a video and she's on Instagram, right? Extremely high, extremely paranoid, extremely just everything, okay? And she finally gets to the Walgreens. And she was like, oh my gosh, the police is trying to take me out. Help me. Help me. She's in there yelling. They ain't paying this woman no mind. So she gets in front of a police cruiser just talking. Oh my gosh, the police. And it was like ridiculous. Then she harassed an elderly woman, talking bad to this elderly woman. This elderly woman was minding her own business. Then Tookie is at the UCLA hospital trying so she can get her a meal and sleep. Talking about she in the hospital. I mean, her people is just dragging her in the comments. I'm literally entertained by it. They're dragging her. I'm laughing. And I'm in the comments being messy. I'm like, where your boy at that you did this interview? And you know what I'm saying? Where your friend at? Where the boy at that did that interview that when you were trying to roast and gag Maddie, why don't you ask your homeboy to get you a meal? Why don't you ask your homeboy to get you some money? So I'm up there in the comments being extremely messy, just commenting down. I'm like, they was like, Wiley, can you send her a couple of cash app? I said, I ain't sending no crackhead, no cash app. What I look like sending you a meth addict some cash apps so you can do some meth? What I look like sending a meth addict a cash app so they can get high? I ain't operate like that. I don't even send my friends that's meth addicts money. I don't. Honestly, I don't. And I love my friend. I love them, but you ain't getting no cash. Only thing you will get is a biscuit. Okay, you will get some Popeyes chicken, some hot water, some coffee, juice, anything of that nature. But you ain't getting no coin. No. One of my friends just said me up. Can I borrow $300 for what? For you can get high. You ain't got no job. You ain't bathing. Your fingernails is dirty. I'm not going in my hard-earned money that I work hard for. Okay, can't hardly move. And I'm going to give you a cash app? No, absolutely not. I work too hard for my money. I work too hard for what I got. And if you want to do smart coke and do and crystal meth, that's your business. You deal with that habit. Don't try to be no meth addict. Don't try to be no crack addict and you can't afford it. It ain't my job. No, I'm not doing that. Could I borrow $300 so I can get, so you wind up you can get high? What I look like doing some stuff like that? No, I'm going to give you a biscuit, a chicken drumstick, and that's about it. Okay, so I see Tookie. She's on Instagram, people, public. You can't get up on there talking about, oh, y'all shouldn't judge. Listen, it is extremely funny. I laughed and I peed on myself a little bit too because I'm like, this is extremely funny. Now, she was on her A game. She was supposed to do a show to compete with Maddie. She was supposed to do a show that was supposed to be some serious competition for Maddie, but then one of her co-hosts hit her or smacked her. Then she kicked her out. So now now Tookie is in LA, high on the drugs, homeless, stinky, dirty, and just out here in a hot mess. Okay? A hot, stinking mess, y'all. So if y'all go over there, it's a hot mess. It's really, really a hot mess. And people are, oh, wow, you shouldn't judge. Blue, blue, blue. This woman had every chance in the book. She had opportunities. She had bookings. I remember one time Samantha James came to Chicago. And she came, she was extremely high. Like she went with her drug, but she just found some drug people in Chicago. She came from Philly to Chicago. And I told the promoters, I said, don't book her. She's a crack addict. It ain't gonna work. But they booked her anyway, right? So they had booked her to come to the Jeffrey Pub. She went, drugs, she's getting high, she's urinating all outside, and it was a hot mess. Then she stayed in Chicago for extra days, getting high and high and high. And I told them promoters, I said, if y'all would have listened to me, y'all should never booked her because she's a drug addict. You cannot trust a drug addict like that, like a Cookie Tookie, with a booking. Okay, because before the event, she's gonna go find some drug people and they're gonna be out there doing drugs. That's what I said. All right, so okay, so if y'all don't know who Cookie Tookie is, she's a transgender woman. If you don't know who she is, you know, go to Instagram and type in Samantha James, type in Cookie Tookie, and you will see. Okay, yeah. All right, let's move right along. So y'all, she's in my prayers. Everything like that. Another person that's definitely in my prayers before I get into the commentary, I do want to give a shout out to B Love's Life, and she's in my prayers. Her family's in my prayers. You know, she lost her sister. Her sister was murdered. So y'all pray for B Love's Life family. And it was over some petty stuff, over some bundles, over some hair. So B Love's Life did go live today, and she was talking about it. So she's definitely in my prayers. Y'all continue to lift her family up in prayer. You know, she had to bury her sister. So that's someone's sister, that's someone's daughter, that's someone's cousin, that is someone's aunt that is gone. And she died at a young age. At a young age, she died at a very young age. So y'all definitely keep B Love Life in your prayers. Okay. Kevin Hart. Shout out to Kevin Hart. I reached out to Kevin Hart today. I didn't get a response, but we reached out to Kevin Hart. We're going to reach out to Kevin Hart again, so give me a second. Because a lot of people say, oh my gosh, Kevin Hart not funny. Kevin Hart is extremely funny. I like Kevin Hart. He's an incredible, comedian. He did a show in his home, and the title of the special was Kevin Hart, Zero F's Given. So I'm like really, really laughing. It was funny when he was talking about his daughter. It was funny when he was just talking about just a lot. I was really, really laughing, right? And a lot of people was dragging Kevin Hart. They was talking, oh my gosh, he ain't funny. He ain't funny. He ain't funny. I'm like, girl, it's just not for you. And shout out to Kevin Hart because he did a show. I think he went into this room, this Clubhouse room or something. It's like a new social media app. And he was saying, like, I'm not for everybody. It is okay if you're not laughing at my comedy. That's okay because I'm not for everybody. I'm not literally for everybody. It's just it is what it is. And so even for Tyler Perry the same thing. He said, I'm dedicated to my audience. I'm just not for everybody. And that's fine. But my audience rock. They know what I do. They know what I am and everything. Like that's the same thing with Kevin Hart. And at first I didn't find him funny, but I'm really living for Kevin Hart. Just like what was my girl named Tiffany Haddish. I'm like, oh my gosh, she ain't funny. But then one day I picked up her book, The Black Unicorn. So I picked up The Black Unicorn, and when I tell you I laughed my behind off when I was reading The Black Unicorn, and I have a newfound respect for Tiffany Haddish. And so even with Kevin Hart, just watching his shows and his stuff, I'm really a fan of him. That black man is doing it. And the thing that really makes me like really love Kevin Hart is that he brings his friends on the road with him and opening up these doors for his friends. So Kevin Hart, you keep up the good work. For people that don't see it for you, they just don't see it for you. But obviously it is millions of people that think you funny because you sitting on a lot of money. Okay. Your comedy shows beat out all of the comedians, including Eddie Murphy. When he go on tour, when Kevin Hart goes on tour, it is the best tour, period. He gets more people to come to his shows than any other comedian alive, black or white. It's massive people that comes to his shows in the arenas, okay? Massive people that comes to his shows. And he just, to me, he's really, really funny. I love him in his movies. I love when he do the movie with Dwayne The Rock Johnson. I really just be in there boo-hooing. My nose be running. I'm like, I would really like to open up for Kevin Hart. Since we're talking about Kevin Hart, let me send Kevin Hart a voice note, okay? Okay, let me send Kevin Hart a voice note because, I'm all about supporting our Black comedians and those that are opening up doors for Black America and Black people, period. So let me say that, hey, Kevin Hart, this is Wiley from the Wiley Show. You are so funny. You are so funny. Don't allow the haters to get under your skin. You are a comedian. It is your job to be a comedian. It is your job to make us uncomfortable with comedy. Never apologize for you being a comedian because on that stage, you are free to be a creative genius just like you are. So I love you. Keep up the good work. And I would love to be on the show. I would love to open up for you one day. You know what I'm saying, Kevin Hart? I love you. Keep up the good work and, keep making me laugh. Keep making me laugh. Okay? So no matter what they say, keep making me laugh. So I sent him a voice note. So hopefully he responds to the voice notes. I really hope he responds to the voice note because not so many people respond to our voice notes. Now, I sent him a voice note. I want him to respond because wouldn't that be something if Kevin Hart respond to Wiley and bring me on the show and I open up for and then they're going to be talking about, he ain't funny. Wiley ain't funny. Wiley ain't this. But Wiley is opening up for Kevin Hart. Okay, but I hear what people were saying. I'm seeing people that were trying to drag Kevin Hart, was saying all these things. Girl, bad. He's extremely funny. Y'all are just hating because you're not on his level, okay? I'm really, really laughing. I'm really, really having a good time, okay? So shout out to Kevin Hart. Love you, brother, and you keep up the good work, okay? All right, how many people in the chat think he's funny? I see a lot of people in the chat that think he's funny, and actually everybody was comparing him to Dave Chappelle. Kevin Hart outsells Dave Chappelle on comedy shows. You have to understand, when Kevin Hart does show, he does it in arenas. He does massive arenas when Kevin goes on tour. Okay. Let me tell you about, give you Kevin Hart comedy show gross. Give me a second. Okay. Give me a second. Kevin Hart comedy gross of it. So with his irresponsible tour, that tour he did 120 shows. And that tour how much money did that tour make? Give me a second, you guys. I want to see how much money did that tour make. It made millions, okay? Millions of dollars. And see, that is how much, and let's see what his growth, okay? Kevin Hart is worth $150 million. So he's really doing some good things. Of course, I will open up the phone lines. Okay, and allow y'all to call in to give y'all opinion, but he's really, really funny, and I would love to interview Kevin Hart. I would love to open up for Kevin Hart because he's really, really funny. And one thing that you have to understand as when I'm going to start doing stand up, everybody's not going to laugh at your jokes. Everybody, when you're successful, oh my guys, if they said the same thing for Tiffany Haddish, she's funny enough to open up these doors and these opportunities. So again, stop hating. It's just not for you, okay? Just like I love Bernie Mac, I love Kevin Hart. I don't like Steve Harvey comedy, okay? But does that take away from him being one of the best comedians alive? No. I like Monique comedy. I like Lunel comedy. I don't too much like the other girl comedy. What was the girl that's on The Real? What is not Lunel? What's the girl that's on The Real? I don't like her comedy, okay? The one that's on The Real. I don't like her comedy, but does that take away from her being a stand-up comedy? Yo, I didn't think Jess Hilarious was that funny. I went to go see Jess Hilarious. I'm like, she ain't that funny to me, but does that take away from people buying her tickets and laughing and going to her shows? No, okay? Okay, so I mean, it is what it is. I love comedy, and I can't wait to finally do stand up and everything like that. So y'all could be like, Wiley ain't that funny. Oh, Wiley is funny. Okay, All right. Yeah, Lonnie Love. That don't mean I don't like Lonnie Love. Sure, Underwood. I love her old comedy. Yeah. So it is what it is. Everybody is not going to like everybody, and that is okay. That is okay, people. When it comes to this arena, okay. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. Let me drink a little bit more of this fruit punch. All right, so now let's get into Cardi B and Tasha K. Again, Tasha K and Cardi B is back in the news again because Tasha K broke the story yet again that Cardi B will snitch on her best friend Star Brim in a federal RICO case. So let me give you a backstory. Day before yesterday, we broke the story exclusively on the Wiley Show about how Tasha K, was how Star Brim, did that fire emoji, and people were saying, "Hey, Wiley, ain't nothing to it." Everybody was just, pretty much was telling me, "Ain't nothing to a Wiley, stop. It's fake." And then it came out that Star Brim came out and said, "Well, I haven't posted on Instagram, but haven't." She said, "Definitely wasn't me on my Instagram that posted a fire emoji on the Shade Room. Everyone knows where my loyalty stands, and I haven't commented on the Shade Room in months." Okay. Then something suspicious happened on it's on site. They picked up this. That is some trouble that's going on with Cardi B and Star Brim. Let me screen share. Now, remember how that y'all dogged me out. Y'all dragged me and y'all dogged me out. But Ra Ali from on site had this to say. Okay, let's screen share. See how they dogged me out, but let's go to it. Back in 2017, God revealed so many people around my circle that I was 100%. Didn't understand why, but in 2018, I found I was pregnant and had a very successful year. God's revealing people to me again this year means 2021 finna be a good year. People can't come with me. Okay. She wrote that tweet. Then Star Brim said, "Heavy on come at me correct because I match respect and double disrespect." And then Star Brim said, "Let the disrespect begin." Wow. There's a lot of stuff going on with this. Star Brim said, "Period. And I'm cutting you off because why the F people feel comfy speaking on me to you. Don't tell me ish nobody said about me because I'm asking soon as I see them." And then Star Brim wrote this: "Y'all out here playing games with good people like it ain't drought on loyalty." So obviously it is an issue that is going on with Star Brim, with Cardi B, and many people were saying, "Tasha K, you a liar. Wiley, you liars. Y'all are lying. You're overdoing it. Ain't nothing going on." But now out of all them updated posts on another site, now people is in my DM. "Oh my gosh, Wiley, you were right. It is something going on where there's smoke, there's fire. Oh my God, I think you and Tasha K is right." Then another person was like, "You on the winning team with Tasha," etc. So now all these people now coming out saying, "Okay, Wiley, I think you have a point of what you were reporting on." But where was this energy at when I broke the story? But y'all didn't believe me. Y'all dragged me. Now other sites are coming out and saying that it is an issue with Cardi B and Star Brim, and they're saying that Cardi might work with the feds, okay, and will snitch on her friend Star Brim in a federal RICO case. So it is a federal case that Cardi B is a part of, and I do believe, and I stand with Tasha with this, and I slept on it, prayed on it, meditate on this. I do believe that Star Brim will get thrown under the bus by Cardi B. I feel it in my bones. I feel it in my bones that Cardi B will throw Star Brim under the bus. Now, I have been asking the question, where is all these Cardi B where's all these Cardi B sharecropper bloggers. They are silent. I've been looking at the streets. I haven't really seen none of these Cardi B sharecropper bloggers because me personally, I believe that Cardi B is telling them, don't say nothing about it, leave it alone. So right now they're afraid because they only can speak if when Cardi B reach in a DM and tell them to go speak. As of right now, all of these Cardi B sharecropper bloggers are pretty much silent with this situation because they don't know how to spin it. So right now they're waiting on the DM. They're DMing Cardi. Cardi, is it okay that I talk about this? Is it okay? And she ain't responding. So right now they're just really, really silent because they don't know what to do. They don't know what to say until Cardi B give them the say so. Then they could be a sharecropper and get up here. Well, Cardi B gave me the DM, and Cardi said I can share this with y'all. But they never show the DM though. They never show the DM. It's just they word that Cardi B DM. Y'all know how that stuff go. Okay, the sharecropper bloggers, I cannot name them because if I name these sharecropper bloggers, a lot of their faves will get upset. So y'all have it in y'all mind who you think that sharecropper blogger is. And what is a sharecropper blogger? They sit on their platform, defend a woman that never come on their show for an interview. They send a woman defend Cardi, and she never come on there, breaking exclusives on their show. She goes to People, she goes to these white blogs, these white media outlets, and these black sharecropper bloggers, they don't get no access, okay? They don't get invited to the parties. None of these sharecropper bloggers were even at their birthday party. They was reporting like everybody else at home. They didn't get invited to her birthday party. So they just had to just take screenshots and report at home, just like everybody else. But you would have thought that they was real cool because they always in her DMs. But unfortunately, that party invitation got lost in the mail. It ain't getting no invitation. Okay. So I will open up the phone lines, people. Hopefully, y'all know what we're talking about today. The number is 646-716-8447. I want to say again, thank you to Tasha K for breaking this story. She had to jump on it because Ra Ali is on site. They're trying to jump on this, and they're not giving Tasha K the credit. So what they did, they rushing on the story. Oh my God, this, and they don't want to give Tasha K the credit. Okay, so that's why Tasha rushed to report on this because you know how this business goes. They act like Tasha K don't exist, but it was Tasha that went on Instagram and broke the story, and it was Tasha K that literally told us this 2 days ago, and now here we go on site reporting on it and acting like they didn't get this from Tasha K. Okay, so that's just in my humble opinion when it comes to that. Okay, they act like they didn't get this from Tasha K, but knowing real serious of it, Tasha K dropped them crumbs, dropped them crumbs down there for they can get the understanding, and that's what it is. So we have to give Tasha K credit when it comes to this. All right, callers, when y'all call in, stay on topic. If you drunk, please don't be drunk and call nigga. Last time y'all was calling, y'all didn't know what we was talking about. Okay, let's go to the phone lines. Okay, is we good? All right. 9542, Carly on air.
Hi, Wiley. How
Hey.
are you this evening?
Hey.
Hey, I was just calling in. I did watch Tasha K's live, and basically, she said she's been saying this for a while now. I think now just the proof is coming out about there being all that drama behind the scenes between Cardi and her best friend. And as far as Kevin Hart, I kind of agree and disagree with you. If he's not for you, don't watch him. However, this last special, I didn't find it all that funny, but that was just my opinion. I don't think he should be tore down because of it. And I don't know who Tookie is, but I did see her interview on another blog channel a while ago when I used to watch him. And I don't know. I didn't see anything that T.S. Madison had to be afraid of. I didn't see that being the person to take her down. But anyway, have a good evening, Wiley.
All right. And so I told you, it's something going on with Brim and Cardi B. Don't nobody want to believe it. They dragged me. They literally dragged me for film.
Yeah, and you were right.
Well, thank you so much, Carla, for calling in. Okay. Thank you. The number is 646-716-8447. Anonymous, you live on the air.
Hi, Wally. Good evening. How are you?
All right. Good evening.
Good. Happy Sunday. Yeah, no, I kind of disagree with you. I think Kevin Hart used his family once again at his own expense. I don't like how the comments he made regarding his ex-wife Tori, about the airport and saying you're with your mom, as if that's a downgrade when Tori is the reason he jump started his career. So I don't particularly per se care for those comments, and I don't per se care for him using that terminology as far as his daughter having whole activities. So I don't think that it was funny. I think it was something to do, and I think that using his family was more of a marketing tool for people to watch since we're during the pandemic. So I don't think that he is quite as funny. I think he's transitioned over into movies now, which he should stay. But his comedy was pretty dry.
Right, but it's no different than when Bernie Mac, when he would talk about his nieces and nephews. It's comedy. It's comedy. It's not for everybody. Every comedian is not for everybody.
Right.
And so you're going to use your family. Like I would use my family in my comedy because I know them. I would use them.
But comedy is supposed to make you laugh.
It does. It did make you laugh. But a lot of people I talked to say they were laughing at his comedy. But I think a lot of people in the black community,
and a lot of people that I've spoken to, and a lot of the feedback was that they just did not agree. I personally was very offended by the comments he made regarding Tori, because Tori is the reason why he jump started his career. And ever since he left Tori, and this is why I believe that she wrote a lot of his stuff, he's been dry. And I mean, that's just my opinion. Everybody's going to have their opinion about it. And that's just my opinion about that situation. So I don't think this was his best stands up. But at the same time, I understand that he has to get coins during the pandemic.
Right. And a lot of people watched it. So I hey. Well, thank you so much for calling in.
Yeah. No problem.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Bye. Anonymous, you live on the air.
Wiley.
Yes.
Wiley?
I can hear you, yes.
Okay. You know what? You and Tasha K is just alike. Y'all just lie. The more you lie, the more your eyes
Excuse
cross.
me.
You
Excuse me.
believe
Hold on.
anything Tasha say.
Hold up. If
You
I
believe
lie,
anything
hold up, ma'am.
Tasha say,
If I lie
Tasha
on
sit up
site
there
lie,
and lie,
I'm just the
she
problem.
losing just like you in life.
I'm not losing in
like
life.
You. That's why you dig a hole quicker than you. You went in a library. You can't talk about nobody.
I can talk about people all day long, ma'am.
So who the hell is you to talk about?
Let me
Y'all
tell you
just
this,
make up.
because
you got
listen,
a problem.
what
you
about
need
on
to go
site?
Get on your medication.
What about on site?
Problem.
What about on site? They post the same story. Exactly. You know you ain't gonna go over there with my radio because she'll cuss you out. Well, thank you for calling in. Let her go over there with Billy and say that. She'll get dragged and cussed out. And with no refunds. Okay. 5840, calling you on the air.
Millie would curse her behind her.
Okay.
$20.
What the world? And they triggered.
I just want to say, they triggered, they pressed, they mad. But anyway, I want to give Tasha K all my flowers. I want to give her flowers. Like, she doing a damn thing, and you reporting like I see you up on your P's and Q's because you broke the story.
Yes.
I was watching your live, and
Yes.
people were dragging you. And look, On Site is posting it, and soon to be tomorrow, which is Monday. I'm sure Millie's going to talk about it. This is going to be a hot topic.
Exactly.
So what? Everyone is going to be lying when the big blog is going to be talking about it tomorrow. And like you said,
right.
most of the bloggers that see this already, they're not talking about it because, like you said, they're shit upper bloggers.
Yes.
And come on, man. If you're going to blog.
Absolutely.
If you're going to blog.
Yes. And let's okay. Someone said don't put Millie in this on site, but you ain't gonna go to Riley because Riley will cuss you out. It's the same thing.
But what? Could you repeat that comment that person said?
She said don't put Millie in this on site. Is Riley.
First of all, we love Millie over here.
Okay.
Millie over here. We have the same birthday. One, but this is on site.
Yes.
This is a source that my radio collects her information from and report on site. So therefore, tomorrow's Monday morning, I'm sure Millie will be discussing this because it's on site, and that's where she gets her information from as well. Is a source.
Yes. You're right about it. Thank you so much. The icon from New York.
Thank you.
Okay. Wow. The callers are angry at Wiley today. Okay. 9867, caller, you on air.
Hi, Wiley.
Hey.
And also hi, Icon from New York. I'm from New York as well. I would say, Kevin, Wiley, I'm so disappointed that you think Kevin Hart is really funny. Like, honestly, he's dry comedy, and when he's called washout comedy. Some people could be funny in the movies, but not in stand-up. And that takes a whole different skill. And I don't think Kevin Hart has been funny since Growing Pains or Laugh at My Pain. That was the last time he's been funny as a stand-up comedian. He's similar to Tiffany Haddish. He's like, he makes a mockery and their jokes are very cringe-worthy, right? Like Tiffany Haddish was funny in Girls Trip, but her stand-up is not funny, right? And I think there needs to be some distinction with stand-up comedians. Like Cat Williams is hella funny. Bernie Mac is hella funny. And you know, like stand-up comedians. And you know, like, so that's one thing I had to say about that. Oh, and one more thing with Kevin Hart. I feel like Kevin Hart utilized his family in order to make a gain, and he's completely whitewashed. And, you know, like, he knows why, because white America, he has to appease white America. And he kept apologizing throughout his whole entire thing because the LGBTQAI community will come for his neck and cut that check off. So that's why you have to be politically correct. Now, on to Star Brim and them. I knew this was coming, all right? Like I said, like New York doesn't play when it comes to these gangs and these RICO charges. They try to lock everybody up as quickly as possible. And it takes them to have a child to realize their wrongs in their way. Now, if I was Star Brim, I will flip and stitch on Cardi. At the end of the day, Cardi decided to make the executive decision to go ahead and be a menace to society to those young girls that were in the club all for a dusty, like Offset, who Peen can't stay to nobody, and then she's for the streets. That's Cardi problem. Right? Now Star Brim is looking like Boo Boo the Fool because she doesn't have the capital that CardiB has. Let's be honest. All right? Or the lawyers or the type of representation that CardiB has. So I expected this because the dog-eat-dog world out there, and hopefully they learn this for their lesson, but I think it's a good lesson to learn. Like, not everyone swear they hard until Popo 5-0 come through. And when they get hit with the indictments and those 30 indictments and life, then you realize this is not even worth it. So I think this is used to be an example, and I hope they both go under, and I hope they both flip, and I like to see it. And I want to thank you and Tasha K for breaking the story. I am going to watch Maud Millie tomorrow. You know, I know her life be too long sometimes, but I'll watch it tomorrow. But yeah.
Thank you so much for calling in. Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye.
All right, bye. Okay. All right. But I love Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart is extremely funny. Shout out to Kevin. I know you probably in the bushes watching. Anonymous, you live on air. Anonymous.
Hello?
Hey, you live. How you doing? Live on the Wiley
Hey.
Show.
All right, I'm good and not drunk. I don't drink. So I wanted to say, I understand that you like Kevin Hart. You think he's funny, hilarious, and that's fine. That's your opinion. People have different comedic tastes. But there's three things in particular I don't like about Kevin Hart. Number one, with this current special, when he referred to his daughter as having, H-like or whole-like tendencies, I thought that was disgusting. And then the second thing I don't like is the way he did his ex-best friend, JT. And I'll say allegedly because I don't want to get you in trouble, but, you know, he basically had him trumped up on a bunch of charges, his friend JT, and then to come to find out, those charges were slowly dropped. So I thought that was kind of dirty to kind of throw his best friend under the bus so that he wouldn't look as bad cheating on his wife. And then the third thing is the car crash where he literally left his two friends hanging in the car while he was pulled out to be taken home to later, an hour later, come up with a story to make it seem like that the crash was totally not his fault. He wouldn't give details on it or anything, and then created a special about it. So I just don't think Kevin Hart's a good person personally. Comedy, his first couple specials were good, okay, but this last one was just trash. I'm sorry.
But that does not make it seem that he's not funny. That means, hey, this is probably one of your favorite specials compared to his other specials. I just think that people are putting Kevin Hart as when you are successful. People tend to, in the Black community, tend to be so critical, the same way they're so critical of Tyler Perry. But just like I said, everything is not for everybody. That does not make or break him, because obviously he's funny to somebody because his show sells out. People watch his comedy special. He get the Netflix deal. So obviously his comedy is funny to somebody, to millions, not even somebody, to millions of people.
Sorry. It's mostly white people, and the Black people that do think he's funny, they just probably just like the guy. They're there just to support whatever he does. But I just don't think he's funny anymore. He needs to stick to the more raunchier style of comic direction as he had early in his career. But I feel like he's shifting a bit to appeal to a wider audience, which, hey, get your money, but it's turning off a large portion of his Black audience. So hopefully he'll feel comfortable, I guess, in his next special. Well, he'll talk about like real topics going on. I like comedy that they're talking about current topics and mixing it with humor. But this last special was just like, what, 10 minutes in, I literally was falling asleep. I just couldn't take it.
I was really laughing. I was like on my futon and just laughing it was lit to me. I was having a good time. A couple of my friends was over. Okay. It was split because some was laughing, some said he wasn't, but I was having a good time. I was laughing and stuff like that. I love when he says daughter have whole like tendencies. That made me laugh. I didn't get offended because it's comedy. I'm not gonna be like, oh my gosh, you're so offensive. Like, come on, like it. Don't go to a comedy show if you're gonna get offended. Like, that's a place that you don't need to go because you may hear something that might offend you. But that's comedy.
I get it. That's comedy, but why does Black women have to be the butt of the joke? So I don't understand.
But it's comedy. Black women, it's a lot of comedy that you can find from Black women. Okay, the angriness, the weaves, the heavy makeup. It's a lot of comedy that you can make. And as a comedian, you use what it is. He can't be talking about all just white women. His mother is Black. His mother was a Black woman. His sister's, his wife is Black. His daughter is Black. So obviously his comedy is going to be centered around Black women, and there's nothing wrong with that.
But but okay, I'm gonna leave it at that. I'm gonna let you, maybe I'm on a sensitive side. I don't know, but I just overall don't think he's funny. I just don't think he's funny. That's why he was clapping back at. I'm not gonna say his name because it's another personality. He clapped back. Kevin Hart clapped back at this guy. For saying that his Netflix special wasn't funny. And so
who did he clap back to? Who did he clap back to? You can say the name.
Okay, I'm gonna say it's Tariq Nasheed, okay.
Tariq Nasheed need to stop. He need to stop.
So
he need
so Tariq, basically Tariq had made a tweet saying that Kevin Hart's special wasn't funny. He didn't even at Kevin Hart. And Kevin Hart saw it, people being messy. Somehow Kevin Hart
but to me, Kevin knows that people think half of America think he's funny, half of them not. So he indulges with the controversy because what it does, ma'am, it make people say, I gotta see this comedy special for myself. Let me download Netflix. Let me get your password. So I think that is genius because you got to remember, Kevin Hart is a master when it comes to media and promotion. People sleep on that, but he's
not comedy.
when it comes to that, even his comedian stuff, it's really funny in my humble opinion. It is. It really, really is to me, but probably not to you. But his previous specials was funny to you, so obviously you found something that was funny. It's just this particular special was just not your best special.
It wasn't, and I'm not giving up on the guy 100%. And I'll check out his next special, but this particular one I don't like, and that's all I'm gonna say.
Okay,
and
but thank you.
Throw him out. I'm not gonna throw him out.
All right, thank you so much for calling in.
Right.
Okay, all right.
Thank you.
All right, bye-bye. Now somebody just texted me. My friend just texted me and said, Wiley, you're acting like you on Kevin Hart's payroll. I'm not on his payroll. Why every time I defend people, I'm on their payroll? If I'm on Kevin Hart payroll, would I be it? Come on now. I'll 8931 calling you on the air. 8931.
Hi, Wiley. How are you?
I'm doing good. Yes. What you got to say? What's on your mind?
I so agree. Listen, I so agree with the last caller. I'm going to make this statement, and I'm quite shocked that you said, oh, well, Black women is the, butt of everyone's joke. But I think that we're really moving past an era that we need to be the butt of jokes right now, especially the times that we're living in. He didn't touch on the presidential election, make a joke even about Kamala being, even though I know politics can be slippery, about being the vice president, Black Lives Matters, anything. He preferred to talk about his family. So I don't agree with this statement. I agree with everything that the last caller said. Number one, that he does not need to be in a stand-up position. Number two, maybe television, which is scripted for you, is better than him. And number three, Black women at this point in 2020 should not be the butt of everyone's joke, standing on stage, people kikiing about it. Maybe Richard Pryor age, maybe Eddie Murphy age, and perhaps Cat Williams, and when Kevin Hart first came out. But at this time of point, he should not have anything disrespectful to say about the kids, about the mother that birthed his kids. Nothing at all.
It's comedy. It's not a speech. It is not I have a dream speech.
It has nothing to do.
He's a comedian.
It has nothing to do with anything being funny. You need to decipher.
It's funny to me.
Listen, I don't think that it was funny. But as what do you call that? As a professional comedian, you need to decipher what is sensitive and insensitive to your fans.
Oh
and at
gosh!
this point, I think that he is leaning more towards appeasing the people who are non-melanin, for lack of better terms.
All right.
And I'm being very honest.
I hear you. I hear you.
So
I'm just saying,
if you found that to be funny, Wiley,
it's very funny to me. It's comedy. I don't go into comedy and talking about, oh my gosh, you said something. It offends me.
Just like has whole tendencies.
It made me laugh. I thought it was funny. I thought it was funny. Again, it's called comedy. It's called comedy.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm here for it. I just feel like you're not going to church. He's not a preacher. He's a comedian.
Right. And what you may find funny, the other person may not. And as a mother of a teenage daughter, if my kid's father got on stage and made a comment about as far as him having to check with hoes to find out this is not a form of hoism, I would be very offended.
No, you won't. Them check, ma'am. Him giving you a purse, a house, cars. You would not be offended.
I'm telling you,
you would not be offended, girl.
I'm coming from a mother.
You would not be offended. You would get that money. You would get that money.
You're coming from you don't have. Do you have kids?
No, I don't have kids, but ma'am, it's comedy. His wife does not see a problem with it. His ex-wife.
Comedy, but you pick and choose what you put in. He can be funny, but not at the expense of his children. That's all I'm saying.
You can use the children. Bernie Mac used his nieces and nephews.
To a private school. Listen, do you know how humiliating that is going to be to his daughter? Didn't anybody think about that?
I don't think it's gonna be him and that. His daughter will be all right. She got servants, money, Birkin
You think
bags.
that's not
I
gonna
think that's going to be
humiliating
cool.
to
I
her
think he already
for
talked to
him
his
telling
family
her
about it
business?
and everything like that. I think it's cool. I think it's comedy. I just
I
think that,
would never.
yeah,
But let
ma'am,
me tell you something I
you're
would
not a
never do.
comedian.
I would never use a platform, whether famous or not,
I would if it's funny.
expose anything that my child has shared with me, because that is a relationship that I cherish and that is sacred to me.
I would if it's
And
funny.
that's the bottom line.
Well, thank you so
as
much,
a
ma'am.
child, I will feel going to work. No, you don't want to hear the truth, Wiley. So goodbye.
I was like, that's your truth. Just because it's your truth, I just don't agree with your truth. My truth is, I just thought it was funny. 1838 calling you on air.
Hello, how you doing, my brother?
Hey.
These women are so sensitive tonight, man. But let me say this. Kevin Hart, he's corporate now. So he's trying to please both audience. He's trying to please on the black audience, but he's trying to please the white audience because he wants them wiped out. So that's what time it is. But I don't think he's as funny as he used to be. But a lot of people in a lot of entertainment industry go corporate, go white, because they want that massive dollars. But let me speak on what I really called about. Hello?
Yes, I'm hearing you.
Okay. I just want to make sure. Yeah, the queen is back. Tasha K is back on her throne. People laugh and say she was canceled, but she gained 2,000 subscribers in the last 2 weeks. So she can't be canceled too much. See, when you put her name in the title, you feed it like Thanksgiving dinner with the dry dressing now. Everybody knows that, man. The trolls got to eat. That's why the bitch can't wait till she go live, so she can feed them like she feed a baby on her chin. You know how they go. But Tasha K, she did her thing. She breaks many stories. She breaks many barriers when it comes to her platform. And a man like me that watch the show, I do respect what she does. I don't agree with everything she says, but I do respect the fact how she grinds. I do respect the fact that she has a team and she takes her platform seriously. So we just have to give her respect. And at the end of the day, I appreciate your platform, and that's why I'm a subscriber to you. And I hope we have nothing but the best success on this YouTube switch. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Good night. All right. 646-716-8447. We got a lot of callers calling in. We're going to get to everybody. Don't hang up because you will miss your spot. And then you have to do it all over again. 8018, call you on the air.
Hey, Wiley.
Hey.
How are you?
Doing good.
Wiley.
Yes.
Wiley, shut the hell up. You know damn well Kevin Hart was wrong. Are you serious?
Kevin Hart was not wrong. It's comedy, ma'am. Ma'am, it is comedy.
Yes, he was wrong, Wiley.
It's comedy.
Wiley.
It's
okay,
comedy.
You know, I'm your mod. But you know how we are. We tell you when you're right comedy. And when you're wrong. How would you feel? Your daughter, you're going to call your daughter just for some reviews?
It's
a hoe?
He said whole tendencies. He talked with other hoes about it. It was funny. Comedy. But to me, it was comedy. To me,
Wiley,
I laughed.
You calling your daughter a hoe?
I laughed. Ma'am, it ain't my daughter.
Like that. That's not funny.
That's his daughter. I laughed because he said he talked with other
Wiley,
hoes.
He is no Richard Pryor. He's not Richard Pryor. He's not Eddie Murphy back in the day. He is a sellout, little man syndrome, 4'2" ass man with a tall wife who cheated on his other wife, ass man. I would say something else, but I'm trying to stop saying that.
Right,
but he's wrong. You don't call your children. You don't call your daughter a whore.
He didn't say whore. He did not say whore. He said whole tendencies. He talked with some other hoes about it.
I agree with the other callers.
Okay.
What do you call her? A hoe, whatever. It all means the same. You're doing it for white America. It's disrespectful. Using black women as the butt of the joke. It's not funny anymore.
It's not funny to you. It's not funny to you, but to other people, it was funny.
It's funny to the white. The people that
I'm not white.
Yeah, that is true.
I'm not white. I'm
acting
black.
angry. We do, yeah, because we call them bitches and hoes too. Come on now, the shit
I'm
is
not
not
white.
funny.
I'm
This
black
is fucking.
and I
We're
laughed.
going into 2021. Really?
Did you send him a voice note and a message and telling him that you didn't like it? Because it seemed triggered.
I'm going to send that little man a voice note. If you got another phone, I'll talk on the speaker and say it. I'll say it.
It was a comedy show, people. That's what it was. But okay, we
at Kevin Hart. At Kevin Hart. Sit your little ass, your little turd looking Yoda ass
wait, no
somewhere. Black jokes are not funny anymore. That black jokes, those old black jokes, you're not funny. You're not Richard Pryor, Kevin Hart. You're not Eddie Murphy. You're not all of these icons before you. Black jokes, degrading black women and your children, it's not funny. Okay. Wiley, I'm really surprised.
I'm not surprised because Bernie Mac did the same thing about his
later.
nieces and nephews. No different than what Bernie Mac did to his nieces and nephews and talked about his nieces and nephews. It's no different. This is comedy, people. That's not for you. It's just
Bernie
not your
Mac
taste.
Calling,
okay.
We are talking about another time. This is another era.
I'm just telling you, Mel.
This is now,
he
Wiley.
said something, but it's what I'm trying to tell you, Mel. It is comedy. Comedy is supposed to make you laugh. If you get offended, you shouldn't watch no comedy. It's comedy.
Look, I don't give a shit either. I don't give a shit about little shit turd Kevin Hart.
Wait, we not gonna say that. But
when he called his daughter,
okay.
What he called his daughter is tacky.
All right. Well, you tell Kevin Hart that. Only thing I did, man, was laugh at his jokes. That's something that you got to tell Mr. Hart. How you shocked? I love comedy.
I can't wait.
It was comedic.
I can't wait till you have your first child.
And it was comedic. And it is what it is.
When you have your first child, I cannot wait. I can't wait. And I'm not saying that I want somebody to roast your child or say anything about their father's eye.
They might roast them.
Like that,
I'm a little different. Maybe. Hold on, let me tell you this. Let me tell you this. When I do this show, I talk about my mother in the comedic ways, granny in comedic ways. I does this. So my mindset is different than yours. I see the business of it. I see the joke. I have said that. It was some things I said. I could do a whole comedy special with it. But now it's right now, because this is about Kevin Hart and his daughter.
Let me tell you something.
This is about Kevin Hart and his daughter.
I've had differences with my family, but the day I get on here and call them some disgusting names, if I had a daughter at 20, this is 2020, if I had a daughter to sit up and call your daughter a hoe in front of all these white people, ha ha ha, ha ha ha, that shit ain't funny. That shit ain't funny. Ha ha ha. Oh, he called his daughter a hoe. Ha ha ha. They do act like that. They do act like some hoes. Ha ha ha. That shit ain't funny. And you know it ain't.
Right.
Wiley, I'm going to cuss you out later.
Okay,
well, thank you. More people.
Okay.
It's plenty more people on the phone that want to cuss you out.
Okay, so well, there's no cussing. Y'all got to say cash out. We want this to be monetized. But thank you so very much.
I love you, Wiley.
I love you too. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Okay. Anonymous, you live on the Wiley Show. This is not Kevin Hart. This is the Wiley Show. Hello, Anonymous, you live on the air. Hello.
Hey,
yes, it's you.
All right. Hey, Wiley, how you doing?
I can't hear you. Sound like you underwater. Can you speak up in the phone?
Well, maybe I'm underwater. Okay, let me do this. Watch this. Let me do this. Okay. So, how are you doing?
I'm much better. Go ahead.
All right. I just want to let you know, first of all, you're reaching out. I'm in Nebraska, born and raised. My parents were born and raised here. So we're listening to you out here in Nebraska.
Yes.
Yes. I want to establish something though, because I don't like to speak over anyone. I don't like that back and forth. So can I please give my opinion without you interrupting me as you've been doing? Okay, so the thing is, if we can get to the bottom of the Kevin Hart saga, he built his fan base from the grassroots, if you want to call it that. He had a certain fan base, and once he got to get into money, he had to change the way he speaks. He has to censor himself. He can't be as he was, because you see how easy they dropped Nick Cannon? He was speaking the truth. So he has to tiptoe. He can't be the comedian he once was. So though I appreciate you supporting him, at least can you acknowledge that he has changed?
What? When you become successful, you do change. You change. Things change. Deals make money. I just think it was funny. It was a great comedic thing. The thing with Nick Cannon, he were doing an interview. It wasn't a comedy special. He was doing an interview, and he said some things that he even apologized for that was wrong, that was insensitive because it wasn't right. Right? So it wasn't a comedy show. But in this instance with Kevin Hart, this was a comedy show, and I particularly laughed. And I'm not white. I'm black. Last time I checked, I'm black.
I know you're black, but this is the thing. Anybody, if they're black, nowadays it doesn't mean that much, because as you said earlier, why would his daughter care? Because she has money. He's paying for her stuff. So for you to think that money and material possessions are over moral and ethic, that says a lot about you. So that goes to show you can have a black face and you're still not for the black people. But God bless you. Bye-bye.
Okay, well, thank you. You all are really letting me have it in the comments, but we love each and every one of y'all because there is comedy. I'm not Kevin Hart. I'm a fan of his work, and I stand on it, and I laughed, okay? Just like how y'all be laughing in the beefs. Okay, let's go to the Anonymous. You live on the air.
Hello?
Hey, is this Kevin Hart?
How you doing, Wiley?
Okay, I thought this was Kevin Hart. Go ahead, Belle.
No, that's not his little shitty ass. But I need you to hear me out, though. If you would, please.
Yes, go ahead.
Okay, now, first of all, Kevin Hart, when he first started, did you know his ex wrote all his strips to all the strips to comedy? Did you know that? His ex?
I don't know anything about that. That is ex wrote.
Okay, well, okay, don't see y'all do it. So it's on Google now. It's out there. You know, someone put it out. Okay, I wanted to say this, Wally. Look, it's one thing to be a comedian. You got to think about all the things that black people have been through, especially black women, the abuse of getting called out their names, or, you know, all of our life and stuff, just been getting called out of our names, pushed back from different areas in life because of the color of our skin. Just think about what I'm saying when I finish, okay? And I appreciate you listening. But we being pushed back because of the color of our skin. And then here's these other black men out here that's low rating their own women with their own queens out here and putting us down so bad. They put us lower than other race of men that don't even like us. A black man will put his queens even lower than what other race of men. And that makes us look even better as the black community. It makes us look even better as a black race. They think that's looking, I don't care how much money you making and fame and all that other stuff, Wally. It has nothing to do with it. When it comes from the heart is steel. And the mind is supposed to be secured. And if the heart is unsteeled and if the mind is not secured, that means that we got a lot of race of people, one race of people of two different sexes in the same race that don't give a fuck about one another. Excuse my profanity, but it's the truth, Wally. And where I'm taking this to, Kevin Hart was very wrong about what he did. It's one thing to do stand-up comedy, but to kiss ass to the white people because you trying to perform something to keep your rank and stuff up. You're not funny, first of all. He's not funny at all. But for you to go that deep and that low down to low rate your own child, just to keep, what, did somebody threaten him? Did a higher power threaten him and tell him that they was about to drop him like they did Nick Cannon? What was really going on? See, it's all about, to Kevin Hart, it was all about sacrificing. You know what? I would have said he's supposed to have all these millions and stuff. See, when they get up there, Wally, they look at life like this here. See, I'm the type of person, I don't want to be rich. I want to be wealthy enough to say I can live with this. You see what I'm saying? Because a rich person got to stick a camel through an eye of a needle to see the gates of heaven, and that's impossible.
I understand that, but ma'am, that's
very impossible.
It's comedy. And did you laugh?
Wait a minute, hold on, Wiley. Wiley, you say you was gonna hear me out, boo. Please, I'm gonna let you talk. Please, let me say this.
Did you enjoy Kevin Hart comedy special? Yes or no?
But what I'm saying, well, I'm gonna keep it comedy. But like this here, Kevin Hart is a comedy by himself. He's not good with comedy. But when you look at him, only thing you can do is laugh. Because he's a nothing little 4'2" standing fidget. He's shorter than a fidget. And that's the shortest you can go as a fidget. He's shorter than a fidget. See, he's not funny at all. But for him to go that far still, Wally, and low rate his own daughter, I mean, he might as well have low rated his own mother. You know, a sister. That's wrong, Wally. Wrong is wrong and right is right. I don't care how much you're trying to keep yourself locked in with the white people. Still, you're supposed to say what's on your mind, but you're not supposed to take comedy to that point where you got to low rate and criticize someone in your family. And he didn't even write his comedy strips. He didn't even write them. If it doesn't matter
if he didn't write, but man, can I say this? It is comedy. Bernie talked about his family. Other people in comedy. This is not the first time someone talked about their family in comedy. There's nothing wrong with that. When I do stand-up comedy, I'm gonna talk about my family and drag it. So it is what it is. The holes and all.
Wait a minute, hold on. One more thing. I want to say one more thing, Wally. Before I hang up, I want to say one more thing, and this is the truth. Please just hear me out, okay? Now, towards the gay community, a lot of gay guys out here, of course, gonna laugh at that. Because when he talk about the weave and the makeup, you got more gay guys wearing thick makeup on their face and weave in their hair. But see, they love it when a black man putting a real black woman down that's got the real thing between her legs and was born with it. But a lot of gay guys is trying to replace us anyway, trying to replace us real women.
Trying to replace?
That's the truth. It's the truth. It's the truth, Wally. It's the truth. Hold your breath.
When you can't, let me tell you this. Let me tell you this, ma'am. You can't be replaced. You can't. Hold on. Let me tell you this. You can't be replaced.
Yes, Wally. It's the truth, baby.
Nobody's trying to replace.
A lot of gay guys is trying to replace real women like myself. That's why they call us kids and say look smart, make look smart remarks towards women. That's why you find it funny. Because you gay as shit. So you find it funny what Kevin Hart said about black women, you nothing ass bitch. With your
wait. Listen, y'all. Now we gonna have these phone lines open up. Stop all this cussing. Okay, if you cuss, I'm gonna boot you off. I'm sorry. You go like, do okay, all right, okay. We're talking about Kevin Hart, and we're talking about Tasha K, and we're talking about a lot of people in this live today. And I know y'all lit and heated up. Okay, now y'all can't cuss on these other platforms. Don't come over here cussing. You cuss, you boot it off. Okay.
Exclusive. That's right. Bringing you the best in politics and celebrity gossip. This is the Wiley Show.
Y'all need to listen to that, okay?
Don't go. Keep it going.
All right. I can't wait to do my first comedy special. And I think I got the name of it. I got the perfect name for my comedy special because y'all are triggered today. Okay, let's go to the phone lines. We got a lot of people calling in. 1922, call you on the air.
Hey, Wiley, this is Miss T. How you doing? Oh my God, listen. Oh my goodness, Wiley. Okay, first, Wiley. I gotta get myself together. Okay. Black female lady, the last 3 female black ladies, you're ridiculous. You sound a hot mess. It is comedy. Are you serious? Are you okay? Are you like you are talking about this man called his child whore? Okay, why? I had to calm down because I was like, and then they started cursing. Now listen here, why are we trying to make money over here? Y'all done got triggered. Y'all up in here. I can't even talk about the topic because first I gotta address these black women who, you know what? I am a stand-up comedian. I never told you this, Wiley, but I started doing stand-up comedy a year ago. Okay, there's an art to every craft
in everything that you do. In comedy, the thing to comedy is to say what you think, but what people are not necessarily going to say. So yes, we're supposed to trigger your mind to laugh at what you wouldn't normally say out of your own mouth. If your daughter is jumping out of the windows and jumping in the cars at night, you know she's a hoe. You may not think she's a hoe, but your daughter is a hoe. You know what I'm saying? Acting like I think one of their daughters is a hoe. Maybe that's why they get mad, Wiley. It's just comedy. And listen here, Kevin Hart. And look at they trying to say the little man. Kevin Hart is little and very big at the same time. You hate him. They are hating. Okay, maybe listen here. I remember one time I saw Bernie Mac. I am I do stand-up. I went to see Bernie Mac. I was like, I couldn't wait to see this show. This show was so whack because I watched so much comedy. I had heard the same jokes. It wasn't funny. So the next time I went to go see Bernie Mac, I'm telling you why I laughed so hard. I missed some of the jokes. You understand? I was laughing so hard at the previous jokes that I didn't even hear the future jokes. You know what I'm saying? So you cannot just say this man is not a stand-up comedy because this one particular show you didn't like. And let's compare Kevin Hart to Tasha K. You remember Tasha K used to always say, "Don't worry about giving me money," blah 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 blah. You know, and now she got this Patreon. You remember when they was hating on Tasha K for getting Patreon? They was hating Tasha K for learning how to grow her business and doing the appropriate steps in order for her business to grow, in order for her to get more zeros at the end of her number. That they was hating on her that she actually did a Patreon. Are you okay? How are you going to tell me not to try to make more money? And how are you going to say that this is not what Kevin Hart is? And for two, how are you going to say that Kevin Hart's wife wrote his jokes? You know how many comedians buy jokes? You know how many? You know how you can? There are people that are joke writers.
Come on, yes. A lot of people don't know that.
There are joke
true.
writers.
They write jokes. Yes.
You're so dumb.
Yes.
All the talk show hosts, they pay for these jokes. There's a craft to making up something that triggers your mind. There's a craft to this. And y'all love people, oh, we talking, and as a black woman, and why do you have kids?
Right, and then they keep talking about a black woman. He did not come against black women in that special. People are getting offended against. Get your panties out of a bunch. It was just comedy. And please don't come to my comedy special, baby, because you're going to get offended. If you're a hoe, don't come because you're going to get offended. If you're a drunk, don't come because you're going to get offended.
You know what they need to, you need to ask these people, have they ever even been to a comedy show?
Right, they never been. I've been in comedy shows, and the lady point, just hilarious point at me and my friends. I know these are two bottoms because my friend had on makeup. I was sitting next to him, and they were laughing. I was laughing. I didn't find it offending. I'm like, when you go on a comedy show, be prepared to be the butt of the joke. Be prepared to get your race talked about or your gender talked about. And if you cannot handle it, don't indulge in comedy. Don't go. Don't watch it. Don't consume it. Thank you.
Yeah,
thank you, caller. I'm gonna go to the next caller. We got a lot of callers, and I'm waiting on Kevin Hart to call me too.
Oh, no problem. Go ahead.
Now.
Ciao.
Okay, now. Okay, let me see. Is this Kevin Hart? Anonymous, you live on the air.
Greetings, Wiley.
Greetings. I thought this was Kevin Hart, but go ahead, mouth open.
Blessed evening to you. How are you?
Blessed. Getting ready for my comedy special so I can talk about my daughter.
I don't know, Wiley. Why the F you triggering people? Why are you trolling people, Wiley? Huh? Why you up there trolling people?
I'm making a couple of daughter jokes right now.
Let me tell you about Kevin Hart. Okay. First of all, Kevin Hart is not funny, right? And you up there in front of a whole bunch of white people who already think we hoes and sluts and whatever else, and you up there doing the jig, talking about your daughter have poor tendencies and she's 15 years old and that's supposed to be funny. I don't see no part of it being funny.
Okay.
You have nothing to say?
I hear you, but again, he talked to some other hoes, and they said there was some hoes, and so it was funny.
But hold on, right? Since he supposedly is a faithful man and love his wife so much, how do he know about hoe tendencies? Because he effing around with hoes. That's why he know about hoe tendencies. But I think it's on any level, it's disrespectful to call your own daughter a hoe. Nothing about it is funny. On any level, it's not funny.
I hear
and
you.
Really, most people's audience right now is white people. Like black people, there's few black people that think Kevin Hart is funny. So you up there filling the stereotype for white people, doing the Jake, talking to your daughter of whole tendencies. That's all I call to say, Wiley.
I feel you on that. Thank you so very much.
Peace. Love you.
Bye-bye. Okay, let's go to the next caller. Anonymous, you live on the air.
Okay, Wiley.
Yes.
I want you to name one joke that Kevin Hart made about white people that was funny.
Listen, it's not about white or black. It's comedy. What did you didn't like about it?
He is a modern day Stephen Fetchit. Okay? Now, if cooning is comedy, then Kevin is winning in that category. All right?
It was just a joke, man. It was just a joke. It was just a joke.
Let me tell you. Anything white people laugh at, black people be suspicious. Because they're not laughing with you, they're laughing at you. I mean, look what happened to Dave Chappelle. He walked off his own show and lost his damn mind and went to Africa. Because white people, he realized that white people were laughing at him and not with him, the producers and stuff on that show. They ran him out of this country, okay? Kevin Hart is a minstrel. He is a minstrel on that stage. If he did not say horrible things about his own family or him or any black people, that audience would be empty. There would be no white people in this audience. White people, they think it's funny when a black person, a black man in particular, goes up there and like tap dancing and stepping and fetching all over the stage, talking about his daughter, his own black daughter, even if he asks for his daughter's permission. What is his daughter going to say? No, Dad, don't go up there and do that. Of course he's going to go up and do that. He can't do anything for a check. And it's so sad that black people, racial self-esteem has gotten so low that they'll take a check to down their own community, whether it's comedy or not. He's not Bernie Mac. He's not, I mean, it's unbelievable that you think he's funny. It really is.
It's comedy and it was funny. I was good in my life. And did you send a message to Kevin Hart telling him to come on the Wiley Show?
No, he's not going to come on the Wiley Show because he'd rather go on a white show than come on your show or any other black content show. Okay. We're not his audience. Bethy Ann and Tim are his audience.
I have white people. If you white in the chat, say, hey, we got white people that watch us. We international.
No, that's good. White people watch you, but I'm talking about Kevin Hart. The people that watch him up there tap dance every time he has the special are the same white people.
Thank you. One of the mods posted this in here, and I agree. He said, I hope y'all leave voice notes to Gary Owens too, because he sure talks about black women. And he's a white man.
Oh, you don't want me to get on. You don't want me to get on Gary Owens. You do not want me to get on Gary Owens. Let me tell you, just because he's married, is that the one that's married to the black woman? Just because you're married to a black woman don't mean you're not racist.
Right, okay? But what I'm saying is he didn't get the type of he didn't get the type of backlash like Kevin is getting that backlash. Make you go,
Oh, you must not be looking in the right.
Okay, I don't see it. With Kevin Hart, it's like, oh my God. But I hear you, ma'am. It was just comedy and stuff like that. But I'm going to just tell you, don't come to my comedy show because you're going to get triggered.
Okay, I'm gonna cancel you too, but then I'll be watching. But I'm gonna cancel you though if you go up there talking crap about black
get
women.
Ready to cancel me, baby, because it's comedy. Baby. It's comedy.
It's not comedy. If it's not funny, it's got to be funny. He's not funny.
All right. Well, we thank you so very much for calling in, sister. Make sure you keep on listening to the Wiley Show. I know it's funny. I know you laughing right now.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. I love you. Y'all is triggered in this. Woo. I feel like going to a comedy club right now. Anonymous, you live on the air. Anonymous, you live.
Wiley.
Wendy Wills, how are you doing?
Wiley, how are you, Wiley?
I'm doing wonderful. Thank you for the
My
card.
God, Wiley, these women are calling in and they're ripping you a new one, huh? First of all, what's the difference in what Kevin is saying than somebody calling and attacking you because they don't like that you laughed at Kevin Hart's jokes and attacking you about your eyes? What makes them any better, whoever's calling and attacking like that?
Okay.
First of all, here's what I want to say as far as Kevin Hart is concerned. Comedy is subjective. Okay? Everybody don't like the same comedian. Okay? Gary Owens, he's a white comedian that talks about his family. Steve Harvey. D.L. Hughley calls his autistic son retarded in his comedy. Okay? Bernie Mac. Do you remember when Bernie Mac talked about his niece that couldn't talk because her mom smoked so much crack? And everybody everybody laughs at that. So is it because Kevin is not Bernie Mac? Or he's not Steve Harvey? Or he's not Richard Pryor? He's always talked about his family in his comedy. Now, I'm not a big fan of Kevin Hart. But what I do know is that comedy is subjective. And you know what? His wife writes jokes for him. Okay, she probably wrote that joke about the daughter. Okay, this family probably talks about these things, I'm sure, before they go up there and say what they say.
Thanks.
I'm sure they talk about these things, okay? And they're all laughing all the way to the bank while everyone is sitting here so offended and so pushed out of shape. They're all laughing to the bank. So it's I mean, ladies, please have a glass of Prosecco, why don't you? Let me just talk about this Samantha James, this real cookie Tookie.
Yes.
You know, I didn't know who she was, Wally, but I looked at her Instagram page. Yes. And she's laying on the hospital bed saying that they can't find a vein. Where in the hell did it disappear to? You have veins throughout your entire body, okay? It looks like to me like she was having a schizophrenic episode or just looking for a bed to sleep in for a couple of days. So pray for Cookie Tookie to get off whatever drug she's on. Let's pray for her to get off whatever drug. I would throw her out of that hospital so quick it would make her head spin. You're coming there to spend a week like it's a hotel. She's no competition for T.S. Madison or anyone for that matter. Okay, and I'm not going to talk about the other subject that you were talking about because I see, Wiley, that you're on this kick with Tasha K, and I'm not going to call in and entertain that mess of a Tasha K show. Okay, because I'll have to curse you out, and I don't want to do that because I adore you. So I'm just going to leave that alone.
Yes, we love you, Wendy. Thank you.
Yes, and I just want. Have you ever thought of, Wiley, of having a freestyle Friday or something like that?
Yes,
where people could call in and talk about any topic.
Yes.
Because I have a lot of topics that I miss. I can't call in every day, but I would like to address a lot of the topics that you probably addressed. So something like a Freestyle Friday where people could come in and just talk about what happened during the whole week.
Yes, I would love that.
Okay,
Thank you.
Ladies, take it easy on Wiley. He's just laughing at the man's jokes. It's subjective to everyone, comedy is. If you don't like Kevin Hart, turn away, don't ever watch him again. But you don't have to come on Wiley's show and start beating him down and talking about his physicality and his eyes and stuff. It's just not right.
Well,
don't call and say anything about me, because anybody that knows me, Wiley, know I will call back 10 times and read you down to the floor. So just take it easy, everybody, okay? And have a nice night.
All right.
We have enough going on in the world. Just enjoy your lives.
Yes, thank you so very much.
You take care, Wiley, okay?
You take care. Thank you. Okay.
Bye-bye now.
Bye. Yes. Okay, we got a lot of callers. Thank you, Wendy. Anonymous, you live on the air.
Hey, Wiley.
Hi.
Okay, listen, y'all. I feel like I cut myself short. Yes, this is a chick from Nebraska. I have one more thing I have to add, okay?
Okay.
Now I took my turn. Yes, I'm back. To the caller who just left, she said, don't come for me because I will call 10 times. And in the same breath, she said, but we have enough going on in the world. This is the hypocrisy I'm talking about. Now, let me get back to this. I just want to kind of say this. I don't think the callers are angry with you. I think it's more that they're expressing, these are your supporters.
Right.
Without them, you wouldn't have the platform. And I see you building. But it's because you're laughing. You're kind of mocking them and being
I'm not mocking them.
I wish there was a way you could listen to them and acknowledge somewhat. Like from me, I know comedians joke about their children being hoes or whatever. But callers that really support you seem to be calling in, having some feedback, and you're just laughing in their face. So what I want to say is this. I'm in Nebraska. I haven't said I've given you a lot of money. You don't even know who I am, but TashaK is not the only person who's looking at you. There are promoters in other cities who are interested in you. So please don't put everything on these certain people on YouTube. It's much bigger than YouTube. Like someone here in Nebraska could like your personality and want to have you come out here. But if you're going to turn against people and not, respect them, it's kind of a turnoff. So I don't know. I wanted to say that. And to the last caller, nobody's scared if she called 10 times. She's wasting her time. She said there's enough going on in the world. All right, I love you, Wiley. I'm still going to watch you and support you. Bye.
You, and I would love to come to Nebraska.
I wish I could kiss you, actually. Where are you?
I'm in down. I would love to come to Nebraska. I would love to.
But are you in the Midwest? Or are you in the South?
I'm in the South. I'm in Texas. Yes.
Well, Nebraska, it's a different kind of country. It's not like that kind of country.
Okay, I'll be here for it. Do they got some holes in Nebraska? Yes. Do they got any holes in Nebraska?
Oh, hell no. I know you didn't ask me if they have holes in Nebraska. What? I gotta go. Bye.
Bye-bye. Okay. All right. 5200, call you on air. 5200. Hello. 5200. 5200. Okay. Go to the next caller. 1753, call you on air.
Hello, Wiley. How are you?
All right.
Yeah, so I just have a couple of points I want to point out. So I know, I'm not a Kevin Hart fan. Okay, I feel like Kevin Hart is a coon. You tap dance, he reminds me of somebody on the Uncle Ben's Rice. Okay, well, what I noticed is that he particularly talks about his ex-wife, who is darker skinned, right? That's the issue. I don't hear him talk about his new wife, who may look racially ambiguous. Everything is always about Tory, about his kids. And I just kind of feel like people are always talking about darker skinned women in particular. And then when we come and we combat whatever they say, oh, you guys don't like him, or you're being negative. No, Kevin Hart is not funny. And he's always riding coattails of particularly dark skinned Black women. I do not like that. We can have difference of opinion. However, I do feel like Kevin Hart is overrated, and I'm waiting for his time to be up. Okay, I will say that. Second point is the CardiB and Brim situation was bound to happen. Okay, usually that's street code. You know, like when one person is out of the tax bracket and the next person falls below the tax bracket, you know, some snitching is about to happen because CardiB can't be seen, you know, like she just won a Grammy or however you want to call it. Okay, she cannot be associated with Brim no longer. Okay, she could lose funding. It's like so many things that are, you know, that could be talked about that situation. I just kind of feel like sooner or later they're both going to turn on each other because Cardi has a lot to lose at this point. Brim don't have anything to lose for her child. However, CardiB has stardom, fame, and a whole bunch of connections that she's made. So that's my point that I just want to say. I know you're mocking us, Wiley.
I'm not. I'm not mocking.
You feel like everything is comedy, but
I'm not Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart is a comedian, and you all are having y'all aggressive with Kevin. Maybe because Kevin said no, he don't want to date you. That's between you and Kevin Hart. I personally said
that don't have nothing to do with that.
Okay.
Kevin Hart hates his complexion. We know that already. Okay, but it's always at that. Would you hear Kevin Hart talk about a light-skinned woman or a brown-skinned woman? You guys will never say anything. But if Kevin Hart was talking about a white woman like that, and you guys will come to Becky's defense. But as soon as you talk about a dark-skinned woman in particular, it's comedy. It's okay. You guys will be all right. You know what I mean? That it's just like it's so twisted, and you know that. You know that.
Listen to all my beautiful chocolate sisters. It's just comedy. Okay.
It's always just comedy when you guys talk about the color of our skin.
Well, hold up. Let's put it in context. Kevin Hart did a comedy special, ma'am. He did not do this is a comedy special. That's what we're talking about. So yes, it is comedy.
All right, I hear you.
I
hear you. All I'm saying is that I want you to see the point of view because, like I said, they will never talk about white women like that. They will never talk about racially ambiguous women like that. They will never talk about women who look, you know, just like what they put on TV. However, if she has more coarse hair texture, if she's darker skin, then everything is just funny. Okay, when it's not really funny because once we let that slide, then it creates room for other people to disrespect us as well. And be like, it's just comedy. It'll be all right. It's just comedy. No.
All right. Well, we thank you so very much, ma'am, for calling in.
Have a good one.
All right, you too. Kevin Hart is in hot water because of the whole joke that he made about his daughter. It said, quote, that his teen daughter is showing signs of whole activity. So he's been in controversy with this joke. Okay, it's a comedy special. A lot of black women, particularly chocolate women, are upset with the joke. And so the chocolate women are coming at Wiley and saying, defend the chocolate women. You know, I love chocolate. You know, I love the ladies. That ain't going to change, but calm down. This is just comedy over comedy special. Anonymous, you live on the air. Anonymous.
Hey, Wiley.
Hey.
Hey, Wiley.
Hi.
So, just want to say, I think 3 things. See if I got this right. So, Tasha K is in court. Let's let that court situation play out with CardiB. Megan Thee Stallion's in court. Let that court situation play out with Megan Thee Stallion. And in this last situation, I actually was sitting here, you know, on hold, like, wait, I didn't think I was gonna respond on a Kevin Hart. But you know what? Let's let his daughter, no girl, let's let that play out. Let's let that play out in terms of the daughter that he spoke on and said his quote unquote joke. That's it. Actually, that's not it. Wiley, I have never heard you laugh so loudly and so happily. You grinning from ear to ear, and I'm chuckling too, just looking at you laugh. So that's all I got to say. That part. That's what people need to pay attention to. You, social media, crazy people. Like, are you guys serious? It's some real realness going on. That I have to be patient. Be patient. Be patient. Things are going to play out. Let them play out. Carry on. Hey, Wiley.
Hi.
Still love you.
Love you. See? Let it play out. Yes. 5200, caller, you're there. 5200.
Hello.
Yes.
Hi, I got cut off earlier. My bad.
Okay, go ahead.
But I'm here to talk about the Kevin Hart situation.
Yes. I'm
really not mad or angry, and I am a chocolate sister. I'm not offended, and I'm young, and I'm not offended of what he said. It's comedy. Like you said, everybody has their sense of humor. Some people are darker than others. Some people are more woke, and, they get in their feelings. It's okay. But my thing is, I just don't like Kevin Hart. He's just not funny to me. I like some more. I like Eddie Griffin. I like some kind of people. You get me? So he's not my cup of tea, but I don't feel like everybody should be calling you and going off on you because it's not that deep. It's real stuff in the world we need to worry about versus Kevin Hart. He is a celebrity. He is a puppet. Y'all worry about celebrities instead real life stuff. It's 2020. Stop caring about celebrities that deep for you to get so emotionally involved in. These are human beings just like you. It's people at work. You feel like they're a sellout. They kiss the boss ass. That's just in the entertainment world. So just let it go. I'm like the other woman. Let it play out. Everything gonna play out. You woke people. If y'all feel like he all this, it's gonna play out. So don't get so emotionally involved and stressed and angry about something you feel like you're right about.
All right.
That's all I have to say.
We love you. Thank you so much, sister, for calling in. All right. So we got a lot of callers. We're gonna try to get to everybody. Y'all are calling in. All right. Anonymous, you live on the air.
Hello.
Hey.
Hey, Wally.
Hi.
How you doing?
All right.
Okay, I just wanted to jump right. I'm not gonna hold you up. Some of you got a lot of callers. The caller that just hung up, she sounded like she on meth, and she sounded like Kevin Hart then took something and stuck it in her mouth.
What a minute.
But
we're
anyway,
not gonna talk about the caller, but we're talking about Kevin Hart. Let's stick it on that. But go ahead, sister.
Yeah, I know. But what I'm finna say though, she talking about the important things of the world. That is important. All the discrimination that Black women and Black men have been through in life. She talking about that's not important. Yes, it is. Being the skin color that we are is very important. That's the problem. No one wants to tell the truth. And she talking about people getting in their feelings. No one is really getting in their feelings. It's just everyone speaking facts about how
now
they
you
feel
see how
about
you said that joke. So
Kevin
why are
Hart
you offended with Kevin Hart when you made a joke talking about that lady on mouth and he just made a joke and just said his daughter's a hoe? That your joke was more
what
offensive.
I'm saying though, she's saying that she's calling us mainly like some of we in our feelings, like she calling us, different things like saying, little stuff out of place, like we're not smart enough or something to think about something else that's bigger. Okay, I know the coronavirus is going on, all that, but okay, it's a lot of our lives being taken out here as Black people too. So yes, that is important what we talking about, So she trying to exclude that from what's going on, the other things that's going on. That's serious too. Our Black people out here getting hung and everything. You know what I'm saying? Black women are still put last at they want to stick us at the bottom of the barrel and stuff type of stuff like that. That's all I'm saying, Wally. So she had no reason. I don't even know why she even fixed her mouth to say something like that. It's all
because
I'm saying.
It's her opinion.
When she called in,
just like you got an opinion. It
is her opinion, but I'm saying, Wally, just straight to the point. Right there is what I'm saying.
All right,
just straight to the point. Just understand where I'm coming from, Wally.
I hear you, but we talking about Kevin Hart. But we thank you. It's about Kevin Hart. What's your other thoughts about Kevin?
It's way more. That's included with everything that's going on in the world as well.
Okay.
So like I said, she's smoking meth. She's doing something over there.
No. You don't know what she's smoking. And then you the one that's upset with Kevin, and then now you gonna talk about this person smoking meth. You see how hypocritical that is? Go on and eat a sweet potato pie and finish eating that dress and stop talking like that, ma'am. 8656 calling on air.
Hello?
Hey.
Hey, Wiley. What's up? I called the other night and
I just wanted to address one thing. Kevin Hart, he is not funny. But the other night, you know, you got a lot of trolls in your comments. One troll kept going back and forth, calling me a senior citizen because of my voice. But I bet you, she goes to my Instagram. Her man probably liked it. A couple of my pics. Like your comment section is like really crazy. And the main trolls, they don't never ever show their damn face at all. I sound like a old lady. People call me grandma sometimes, but I bet you I walk down the street side by side with you. At the end of the day, nobody's going to want you at the end of the motherfucking day. Now, I said what I said about the Star Brim situation. I could care less. You know, and another thing with Kevin Hart, the white people, you know, propped him up on a stool and made him the face of black comedians. Honestly, he was never funny to me. He always been cold-hearted. The way how he did his best friend, and Lada said his best friend was trying to get money from him for a sex tape, all because he got caught cheating. So he tried to throw his best friend underneath of the bus, lying about some damn sex tape. He left the two white people in the car for dead as he ran off. Like, Kevin Hart is just a nasty person. That's why he's not getting no good luck and no blessing. You know?
All right. Well, we thank you so very much. And send me your Instagram so I can follow you on Instagram.
You know what? I want to tell you, and I want to cash at you for this damn promotion. Nicole _ Couture
Okay, man. Okay, we'll see you. Okay, we'll see you, ma'am. Okay. You gotta send it first, then we'll let you do the promo. Send it first, then we'll let you do the promo. Okay, Anonymous, you live on the air. Y'all are lit, baby. I don't know what y'all drinking. I don't know if y'all want to get on this comedy stage. I don't know if the hoes are I don't know what is triggered, but it's something tonight that the callers are triggered.
Oh, God.
Go ahead, ma'am. Go ahead.
Hello?
Yes, what's on your mind? What's on your mind?
Oh, shit, I'm sorry. I was just laughing at your callers. Oh my God. This whole Kevin Hart thing. Kevin Hart needs to be arrested. He needs to be arrested for child abuse. He abused his child verbally by calling her a hoe, telling her she got hoe tendencies, hoe activities, and all that other type of foolishness. They was trying to cancel Kevin Hart for his whole old remarks about the LGBTQ, the gay community from 2009 through 2012. So he was about to get canceled for this whole Oscars when he was supposed to be on the Oscars. So why can he get canceled for talking about the gay community and talking about if his son is caught playing with a dollhouse, he gonna tell his son to stop that's gay, but it's okay for him to sit up in front of a bunch of white folks to call his black daughter a hoe and say she got hoe tendencies and hoe activities, and people think that that's okay. So it's comedy to call his daughter a hoe, but it's not comedic for him to talk about his son playing with dollhouses and he would call his son gay. What's the difference? He was gonna get canceled for that, but it's okay for him to call his daughter a hoe.
All
What's
right.
the difference?
I hear your point. But ma'am, I hear your point. And in that particular piece, he was picked up to host the Oscars. So that was like a totally different situation with the whole tendencies.
It wasn't nothing different about that, because if they want to cancel people for calling people gay or for saying,
and they should cancel people for gay. They should. My thing is this. They shouldn't cancel comedians for selling jokes on that comedy stage. This world is. I was watching Monique, Lonnie B interview Monique, and Monique said this world is so sensitive. They are so sensitive when it comes to comedians. I'm like, it is comedians' job to tell you what you're thinking that you will not say out in open. Just like say, oh, my daughter's a lot of people won't say that. They might say it among themselves, but they won't say it publicly. So it's the job of the comedian to say what you're thinking and say it out loud. It is what it is. It's not for everybody. It's not for everybody. I just think
but the thing about it, Wiley, that sucks about it is that the women always get the brunt end of the joke. They can always get online and they can bash women, talk about their hair, talk about how they look, talk about anything. But the moment
women can meet, okay, I hear you. But female comedians be talking about men's are dogs, men ain't no good. It's a lot of female comedians, and most of their comedy being about men, how men ain't no good, how they peen ain't that big, how they couldn't eat that yoni, etc. So I mean, come on now. Come on,
But I'm saying though, they can call women bitches and hoes, but the moment that they use a gay slur, that is against.
I don't see a problem with the gay slur. When I went and saw Jess Hilarious, she said some gay slurs. I was laughing. I didn't see an issue and a problem with it. I didn't see an issue with it. Me, because it's comedy.
It just seems like it's a double standard, though. It seems like women can always get the brunt end of the jokes, but anything that's dealing with the LGBTQ community, they are highly protected, and you dare not to say anything about that community. But women, you can attack Black women all day long, and it's funny, and they need to get over it because they angry, they mad, and so on and so forth. And that's the double standard. Like you can't be like that. So Kevin Hart, just like you're behind and apologize for using all those LGBT slurs on your Twitter, you need to be apologizing for doing the stand-up comedy, talking about your daughter as a hoe and she got whole tendencies and whole activities, and then you see how the Black community feels about that because that is a Black girl.
Okay.
So we're standing up for her.
All right. Well, we thank you so much, and you keep on standing, sister. All right, now, and I'm be in the corner laughing at the jokes. Okay, I'm gonna be in the corner laughing at the jokes. All right, 3662. Oh my gosh, a lot of callers calling today. I hope y'all send this to Kevin Hart. That would be an exclusive. 3662, call you on air.
Hey, Wiley.
Hey.
Hi, I have a question for you. I think it was maybe the first or second caller, and I know you've had a lot of callers since then. But what did you mean by that it's okay for Kevin Hart to talk about Black women? And you went on to say they wear heavy makeup and something else you said. What did you mean by that? So you...
It was a joke. Listen, it's just comedy. Not all women wear heavy makeup. It's some women that's natural and show all the naps and everything. Not every woman put on makeup. They wear natural. I got nappy hair. So it is what it is.
Show all the naps?
Then the naps. I got the naps too. But you see, y'all gonna get offended. That's on my hush. Don't come to my comedy show with all this.
Yeah, you may need to hush.
It's a
what
natural...
makes you think that it's okay to say that women wear naps? Like
men wear naps too. My pubic hair is nappy. But go ahead, man. But
I'm not talking about men.
I'd say the same thing against men too. But go ahead.
Okay. And another question I have. I think you're getting things misconstrued with the callers. Oh, you said that you asked, were Black women mad that Kevin Hart doesn't want them, or dark-skinned women?
No, I didn't say that. What I said is that if you're chocolate and offended, don't be offended because it's a comedy show. I just think a lot of people is making this about race, and it wasn't about race. It was comedy. We made one joke about his daughter having home tendencies.
You did ask one caller, is she upset because Kevin Hart don't like dark-skinned women? Let me be the first, and I'm not even dark-skinned, let me be the first to tell you that a regular woman, if Kevin Hart didn't have the money he had, no dark-skinned woman or any woman would look at him twice, and you either have a time.
You see that? Now you said that the joke is the joke. She cracked the joke on me. Not the women would look at you. If I'm on that comedy stage, they would. They're making all that money. The hoes would be on me. They'd be all in my dressing room. Okay, let's go. Anonymous, you live on the air. Anonymous, you live on the air.
Wiley.
Yes.
You know I was calling back, Wiley. I agree with the lady that says people say she sounds like an old lady. They say the same thing about me, Wiley, and that's why I sent you pictures. Because they're always, it seems to me, people are always judging how somebody looks.
And I see your complexion. You're beautiful. You are beautiful.
And thank you very much. Okay, these people are so hung up on complexion and dark skin and light skin and all of this crap. Okay, all I was saying was they're attacking you. They're no better, the ones that's calling and attacking you about your eye. Okay, and using this dark skin and light skin, we're all Black. And if you're caught by the cops out there, you'll get your ass beat the same, whether you're light or dark. So let's just stop that. And to the lady, Miss from Nebraska, Okay? I simply stated my opinion. Okay? And you decided to step in the ring with me. Okay? You decided you wanted to step in the ring with me. First of all, miss, okay? Your state is known for corn husky and honeybees. Okay? Okay? Your trousers are probably farmer overalls made of burlap. You don't have anything for Wiley to come down there for. Your comedy clubs are probably 50 miles from your residence that's made of popsicle sticks. Okay? So don't you dare get on here and attack me, because I wasn't attacking anyone specific. I'm not asking anyone to be afraid of me. Okay? But you have nothing in Nebraska but your burlap farmer overalls and your corn husky and honeybee, sweetie. So you go play in traffic, lady, and hope that a pickup truck won't hit your ass tonight.
Wendy. But would you have a conversation with the Nebraska caller? Because, y'all can have a conversation. We always talk about Kevin Hart and Cardi. But do y'all see how y'all crack jokes on each other?
Put me on a call with anybody else, any of these people calling to fight. I'm not calling getting on here and low rating myself, arguing back and forth with anyone.
You did say that, but what I'm saying is, see how y'all crack jokes on each other?
She seems to think that I was calling her out, so she wanted to specifically say, I'm not asking anyone to be scared of me, but you better believe if you come after me, I'm going to come after you, sweetie. Okay, so go sit down somewhere and have several seats, because no one is specifically calling out anyone. Okay. No one should be on here attacking anyone, but if you attack me, I'm damn sure going to get your ass back. And that's a promise you better keep.
We thank
Go
you
sit in your burlap bag, okay?
Well, we thank you.
Goodbye.
All right, that was the Wendy Williams caller. Let's go to a commercial break. We'll be right back.
Exclusive. That's right. Bringing you the best in politics and celebrity gossip. This is the Wiley Show.
Y'all need to listen to that, okay?
Don't go. Keep it going.
Okay, we got a lot of callers. Woo. If y'all entertained, make sure y'all subscribe. When we get 5 more subscribers in this live, we'll extend it for another 30 minutes. But let's go to the next caller. 5200, call you on air. 5200. Hey.
Hi, I'm back. I just had to say I am not on this. That was very disrespectful. I was actually smoking some Doja. And anyway, I agree with the caller before, the Wendy woman. I agree what she was saying about how, people was counseling Kevin Hart about the community, saying things about the community, but when Black women say something, it's just like y'all being too offensive. And that caller was misconstruing what I was saying. I'm just saying I'm a chocolate woman, and I didn't take it personal.
Yes, come on. You a chocolate. I'm a chocolate man. I'm a chocolate man. I ain't take it personal. Okay.
I'm just saying, for me, I don't look at these celebrities for guys to speak for Black women. I don't look at them. And I have to build my own platform to build that kind of thing. If you feel like that's a topic, you need to build your own platform and talk, and everybody can talk about it. But if that's just not the platform to be woke and all that. It's comedy. People have darker humor than others. Some people are just ignorant and like ignorant shit. And
all right. Thank you so much.
Understand it.
Thank you. We got a lot of callers. Thank you so much for calling in, sweetie.
You're welcome.
All right now. Okay. 1857, call you on air.
Oh my God.
1857.
Big motherfucker.
18. You're live on the air. How you doing?
Hi, how are you? Hi,
right.
I'm good. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Hi, how are you, Wally? You got a show tonight.
I got a show tonight.
You got a show tonight.
A show tonight.
So I was comment about Kevin Hart, and I do agree. That really wasn't Wendy Williams, though. Answer me that. She just sounded like Wendy Williams. Is that what that was?
That was Wendy Williams. I would stick with it, but go ahead.
Oh, okay. Stop playing. Yeah, I agree with the caller prior to the one that she's explaining. So everybody get upset because he gets canceled because he made a gay joke 10 years ago. You understand what I'm saying? So we cannot get upset when he is, you know what I'm saying, when he makes the little jokes about the light skin, the dark skin, or when he calls. It's about what's appropriate. You know what I'm saying? What's appropriate at the time. And I don't feel like the
90
time is appropriate
seconds.
to be calling your daughter a whore. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? That's why Cat Williams is always a better comedian than him. Cat, you know what I'm saying? He know how to make a joke without even trying. You feel me?
I feel you on that. But we thank you so very much. That's your favorite comedian.
No, let me just say one more thing. Yeah, I know we shouldn't, the comments and I know there's little people behind here and they're probably
60 seconds.
Ghetto, I could tell who's white in your comments, who's not.
We can't tell, but
as the other woman said, she didn't come on here to argue with people and read in the comments. People usually get upset and do all that stuff, but it's all the people that's getting upset. Don't take it serious because most of these people run their mouth and they ain't got no hands. You understand? And when they call people old, like I'm in my 40s and people be calling us old, baby. Listen, we made it this age for a reason.
Yes.
You feel me? We made it this age for a reason.
And you in a beautiful relationship in the age of 40. That's good.
I'm saying, I don't soon be 50, but I'm saying a lot of people don't make it to this age, Wally.
That's
you
true.
Feel me? And a lot of them, especially with the ones with just always got something nasty to say, and we can just tell who the miserable people are. Don't take it to heart, because 10 out of 10, if they was in your face, they wouldn't say shit.
10 seconds.
That's on my mama.
Okay. Well, we thank you so much
baby.
for that. Thank you. We're talking about Kevin Hart.
Come on, I'm saying,
yes.
This
all right. Thank you. Send me one. Send the cash out because y'all did a lot of cussing this live today. Next week, we'll lay down the ground rules. But this week, y'all just pretty much went off the rails. I think y'all were triggered. So I love all the chocolate light-skinned sisters. If you're chocolate, light-skin, mixed skin, white skin, love you. Love you. 0292, caller, you on the air. 0292.
Hello?
Hey.
Hey, well, I kind of calmed down a little bit now, but I was one of the callers that had called in. I was going to ask the same question. When you said that we're just mad that Kevin Hart is not attracted to dark-skinned women, I mean, like, what was the purpose of you saying?
No, I said, if I did say I misspoke, but Kevin Hart, mother of his children is dark skin. I think he loved dark skinned women. It is what it is. I think he loved dark skinned women. His mother of his children is dark skinned. His daughters is dark skinned. Some of them is dark skinned.
I don't think that he would have made that joke. I don't think he would have made that joke about his daughter and had his daughter being light skinned. That's just how I feel.
You think so? Okay. Well,
because of her skin color. And they know that ain't nobody gonna come to the defense of the dark skinned black woman.
Okay. Well, we think
he knew making that joke.
I can't hardly hear you, caller. Can you speak up in the phone?
I said he knew making that joke was gonna garner attention, but he knew nobody was gonna do anything about it because his daughter is a dark skinned black girl.
All right. Thank you so much, sister. Thank you.
But okay, I'm not finished.
I can't hardly hear you. We got to make it clear because you must got us on the headphones so I can hear you clearly. I can't hardly hear you, so we can hear your point.
Okay, I'll call back.
Okay, now. Thank you. We got to be able to hear you, callers. I'm going to all the callers that's in here. 7196, caller, you on air. Can you speak up? There you go. Yes, you're live on air.
Hi, Wally.
Hey, can you turn me down the background?
Oh, okay.
Okay. Yes, we are live. Shout out to the people shout out to Kevin Hart. I think he's watching. I think Kevin Hart is watching.
Shout out to Kevin Hart.
Yes, go ahead, ma'am.
Everybody's making something of a problem that is not a problem. Stop being so damn sensitive. Because that's what white people will play on the weakness. And if they were getting on Kevin because he made some joke about his daughter, then can you imagine them white people sitting back saying, oh, look at this. Ha, 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 ha. This is what we want to see. Instead of shooting out for solutions where we can override and overcome and enlighten their mind more.
And the way we do that is to show we have power together, not going against each other over a joke. Because how many kids are sneaking out of the house into a car?
And what they doing in that car too.
There's kids that's not doing it too.
Right. And how many of y'all have been doing that? You know what I'm saying? Getting it in at 14, 15 years old.
Walking around here pregnant and everything.
I hear you, caller.
So even if they have money or not.
All right.
He's just a comedian. That's it.
Well, thank you so much
Either
for calling.
You like it or you don't, but be calling him sellouts and, I mean, gosh, 90% of the movies I've seen him in is with black people.
Yes,
like
it is.
Dwayne Johnson, they're all black people.
Yes.
So I'm not really understanding why there's so many sensitive people or don't be talking about his daughter. That's his daughter.
Facts.
And if he talks about Tori, I don't hear Tori saying nothing. I don't hear her coming out like, "Oh, I'm mad that he said that about me."
No, she ain't.
She probably laughed at his stupid ass.
Right. Okay. Well,
while she's sitting there counting his damn money.
Yeah.
So
well, thank you.
Not saying nothing.
Well, we thank you so much for calling in today, sister. Thank you. Are you chocolate or light skinned?
Huh?
Are you chocolate?
Yes, I'm black.
Yes, come through. All right. Thank you for calling in.
Thank you, Wiley.
Yes, she black. Yes, I'm living for it. Shout out to all the women out in the chat. Okay. 1922, call you on air.
Hey, Wiley, I called back in because I had a couple of points to make. I'm gonna make it real quick. First of all, when I said I started doing comedy, the first time I told my family I'm gonna start doing stand-up comedy, the first thing they said was, "Make a joke about me." They want to be on the stage. First off, all right, okay, and second, I was here for when Wendy Williams called in to talk to Nebraska Bird Lab. I was like, no, I put it in the chat. I said, Lord, she done called out Wendy Williams. Wendy Williams is going to call back in for sure. For sure, 100%. But after sitting on the call waiting so long, I done forgot totally what all I was about to say, Wiley. But I did make those few little points. I'm going to get off your live.
Okay, thank you. Okay. Well, my family don't want to be a part of my comedy. Then my mom said, I am not coming to your comedy shows. Do not talk about me. I'm like, Mama, I got to talk about you. It's funny. These jokes are just for, Okay. Anonymous, you live on air. Anonymous, hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Oh. Hi, Wiley. How are you?
All right.
Great. Before you ask, I am caramel, not chocolate or vanilla, but I'm caramel.
Okay.
No, seriously, no. But my thing, I don't understand why people are making such a big issue about Kevin Hart remark that he made. It was a joke. He can joke with his family. It be us that tearing each other down than what the other people do. We got to start standing up for one another instead of tearing each other down.
I feel you on that. You are exactly right about that. And it was just a joke. And shout out to one of my producers. They just sent me their Instagram looking really good looking. Okay, let me send her a follow. But yes, I agree. I just think that there's so many people that are so sensitive when it comes to certain comedians like Kevin Hart. But like I said, I laughed at the joke. The joke probably wasn't for you. I laughed at it. It made me laugh. Just thinking about it, I'm laughing
Exactly.
again. Yes. Yes.
Exactly.
Yes.
Now I have another question.
Yes.
Now I see you got Tasha K on here. What's the tea with Tasha
You gotta
K?
rewatch the live because we got to close it up. Just go
Oh,
back
I
to the
came
beginning.
in late.
Yeah, you go back in the beginning of it, sister.
Oh, okay.
Okay, love you.
All right, Wiley.
All right now. Yes, she beautiful. Like this lady sent me her Instagram. She look real good. She ain't no granny. Not at all. Anonymous, you live on air. Anonymous, you live on
Wiley?
air. Hey.
Hey, Wiley, it is so ghetto in here tonight.
It is ratchet. Okay. Baby, it is ratchet. I've been cussed out, dragged. Kevin been dragged. I'm getting cussed out in my emails. Talking about I ain't gonna never be nothing. I'm trash. I'm unsubscribed. I'm like, what the world going on?
Wiley, this chat, your callers are one thing, but the chat, I know you can't look at the chat like that, but your chat is ghetto as heck, and I love it.
Yeah, hey, wait a minute. Hold up, caller. Shout out to Flame Monroe because Flame Monroe is in the chat. I love Flame Monroe. He, she, we. Like, shout out to Flame Monroe. I saw her on Tiffany Haddish. She Ready comedy special. So shout out to Flame Monroe with that. And she's a comedian. So she understands like comedy is not for everybody. Like everybody's not for everybody. Right. So yes. Like, oh my God, shout out to Flame Monroe.
I like Flame Monroe as well. But
yes.
I don't like Kevin Hart stand-up comedy, but I love him in movies.
Okay.
But like one of the callers says, it's just a preference. I prefer to watch him in a movie. I think he's funnier, in movies. I don't like his stand-up specials because I think he tried too hard. So that's just not for me. As far as him talking about his daughter, I think that's one of the ways of him trying too hard. And it's just, as a Black woman, it's a character thing. It's the moral thing of it. Like, it's just something we in the
So your mama never called you a hoe? Like, I've heard that before.
My
like, you got that
never,
little
my mom
hoe.
has
My
never
mom
called
have.
me anything but what she named me.
My mom have called my sister a hoe. I've heard that before. She called her
parents. If y'all parents are calling y'all like
she called her. She called my sister a hussy, a hoe. Like, I've heard that. I heard that before growing up.
Oh, baby, that's so ghetto.
I heard that before. A hussy.
I am 28 years old, and my parents have never called me anything but what they named me.
Okay,
other
I'm
than
just
baby
saying.
or honey. No, terms of endearment. No, absolutely not. That is not. See, that's why people stereotype Black people. All households are not. That is so ratchet and ghetto to be calling your child out your name. So maybe that's why you're okay with him saying that, because you're used to that. You came from that.
Right. And so I don't see the problem with it, because that's his daughter. He made the joke and it was comedy. I laughed at it. I did. I had a cackle out of it. Yeah. And I said, Kevin Hart, you didn't even need to explain shit. It's comedy.
And you know what? It is comedy, and some people may take it one way and some people may not, but it's still okay for him to be empathetic instead of blowing people's feelings off. Because like me, I didn't come from that, so I don't think that's fine for him to be saying that. Because if there ever was a point when I was growing up where my dad or my mother felt like I was a whore, I'm sure they wouldn't have said it, or they would have said it in a better way. And I didn't like that you said, when somebody asks you what his daughter going to say when she grow up, you said she shouldn't care, she'll have money, she'll have this. Everything does not revolve around money. Those kids will grow up to hate, she will grow up to hate her parents because of stuff like that. And her getting picked on. So I don't think that's cool, and I think that's the wrong train of thought for you to have. That it's okay. He's created generational wealth for her, so it's okay. That's still not okay.
I don't care. It's still not okay. And one more thing, Wiley, and because I gotta get back in the chat because your chat is popping. The lady that y'all call Wendy Williams, she don't give me Wendy Williams vibes. Somebody in the chat pointed it out. She definitely sounds like Lady Eloise.
She sounds like Wendy Williams, but go ahead, sister. Well, we thank you. I'm gonna go to these next two callers. I'm gonna go to that. Thank you.
Okay, Wiley, you be blessed. And now you were talking. People keep talking about don't call in and talk about your eye, but you was just talking about Camille's Corner the other day. Talking about
it's okay. We talk about flag. We talk about.
You were talking about one. So people are free to talk about your eye.
It's okay. I don't have a problem with people. Listen, I don't have a problem with people talking about the eye.
Goes every which way.
I don't have a problem with it. I don't have a problem with people talking about the eye. I don't have a problem with the eye. I don't have a problem with the eye at all. 4434, call you on the air.
Hey, Wiley, how are you?
Hey, go ahead.
This is Deshaun, you're a gaslighter. But anyway, like, I'm in between with this subject. I do believe that comedy is subjective, so sometimes it's like how you perceive it or your experience. But I do think it was inappropriate what he said. But even the wife hasn't said anything, the ex-wife. So they sort of know Kevin Hart's humor. They know how he gets down. He talks about his family for years during his skits. So I just think it's subjective. I think it was inappropriate, but I don't think it was too bad to try to boycott somebody or no. I think it was bad and it was in bad taste. Would I have said it? Hell no. But I just think that that's part of his humor. He talks about his family he's been doing this for years. That's what he does. He brings his family into it. Like I used to think some more had a nasty mouth. She talks filthy. You know what I'm saying? But that's just part of her skit talking about sexuality and sex. But I don't think he should be canceled. But I just think it was in bad taste.
Right, I don't think so. He should be canceled. To me, it's comedy, and when you go to these specials, when you watch it, you either like it or you don't. But automatic, cancel. Come on now, come on. What the comedians have been saying.
People are very sensitive though with stuff. You can't say. But the thing is, it's comedy. So I mean, I didn't think it was ways that you could do comedy. I thought you could just say whatever you want to say to make people laugh. I didn't think you couldn't say this. You can't say that. I mean, what can you say if you're a comedian? What's off limits? You know what I'm saying?
Facts. Well, thank you so very much for calling in.
I mean, Bill Cosby might be the best comedian if you don't want people to curse and stuff, but if you're going to see D.L. Hughley,
oh my God,
you know what I'm saying? Chris Rock.
Thank you for that, because Monique was having interviewing Monique. And Monique was talking about how, she did a comedy, she did a special not a special, but it was an event that Bill Cosby opened up and he was doing his thing, but he didn't cuss. But she opened up and she started cussing. She said Bill Cosby sent to her hotel a bottle of water and a bar of soap because her mouth was filthy. So because he didn't like comedians cussing. So he was like, you could be funny without cussing, but you can't say that to every comedian got their own style of comedy.
Exactly. Like when Lunel got on the floor that time at Comic View trying to simulate some type of sexual act. I thought it was inappropriate, but it was still funny though. It might have been inappropriate to some people, but that's part of her judge, bringing up sexuality. I mean, it might be inappropriate or make people uncomfortable, but shit is funny as hell. And I mean, with comedy, you can't sit there and say, well, that's inappropriate. That's not inappropriate. I mean, if it's part of their judge and part of their experience, how could you tell them it's inappropriate or not to do it?
Absolutely.
Humor is subjective. Some might think it's funny, some might not. I mean, his family, apparently, they don't think it's an issue because he's been using them for years.
Absolutely.
Before he became famous.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for calling in. I'm going to go to the last caller. Okay. Wow. Let me go to the last caller and do my closing remarks. Anonymous, you live on the air.
Hey, Wiley.
Hey, how you doing?
Oh my goodness, this is crazy. I done sat up and listened to everything, and I'm the last caller.
Yes, you're the last.
Seriously, how do I even handle this? I actually, because of what you said, you have all these callers or whatever, I was not ready for this. And I don't think you will be ready for what I have to say. It's nothing bad. I don't know.
What's saying?
I don't know. Are you ready? Like, can we close it out with, like, I'm not trying to be crazy or anything like that. However, actually, no, I'm talking to you, Wiley. I know this is your platform and all that kind of stuff. I'm actually talking to you because after all the callers that came before, not all, but all these callers that, came before me and they expressed, what they expressed and all that. I actually have like a hood question to ask you, and I don't feel like I need to do that on your show, bro. Like,
okay,
really.
what hood question you gonna ask me? Like, what? What in the world you waited all this time? What hood question?
Like seriously, especially about it's specifically about the Kevin Hart situation.
Okay.
And I don't want to put. Let me say it like this to you. Seriously, like I'm not trying to plug anybody's channel. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
I'd rather just be like.
What do you want to say about Kevin Hart?
This.
Did you enjoy the special?
What?
Yes or no? Did you enjoy the Kevin Hart special?
Okay, I'm done. You ain't ready for it. That part. Hey, bye. Like, you're not ready.
Listen, y'all. Okay. So it's so good getting the calls. I want to give a special shout out to Flame Monroe for coming on. You just never know who's watching the show, and I'm a big fan of Flame Monroe channel and her what she does, especially her iHeart situation. When I saw her on Tiffany Haddish special, it was really, really funny, like what she did, and I was shocked. I'm like, oh my God, this is really great, and to just see that, and so it's funny. And then one thing too that I want to say about comedy, the way how people talk about people, like they diss Tiffany Haddish, say, oh, she's not funny, but look how many opportunities that she created for other comedians, right? So comedy, like if you bring up Kevin Hart, he's not for everybody, but it's a lot of people that love his comedy, and it's okay if you don't like him. It is so fine, but I just think people, when you rush into these specials, they're trying to find something to be like, oh my God, this is offensive. Let's all jump on it. And I don't think it's a black or white situation. I don't think this is so that he's anti-black. I think he loved his daughter. He's creating opportunities for his daughter. His daughter will never have to pretty much probably work a regular job in a day in her life because of the opportunities and because of the sacrifices her father is making for his daughter. So that's what I personally believe. Shout out to all y'all in the chat. Okay, and I would love to interview Flame Monroe one day. I would love to interview Flame. That would be a great thing because I love watching her content. And even when they try to put Flame in some controversy, say, listen, it's he, she, we, and I love it. I just love people that is strong, that is confident within themselves, and understand their craft when it comes to comedy. Okay. And like I tell you, if you're not into these comedians, don't go to these comedy shows. Don't watch these specials. But if you watch it, you may be offended. But it's okay. But let's not get to the point where we want to say cancel Kevin Hart. Like, no, stop it. Okay. Yes, Kevin Hart is making a lot of opportunities for a lot of people. We would love to interview Kevin Hart. This is why you never know. I'm curious. I'm curious to know what do Flame have to say. I'm really, really curious to see what does she have to say about the situation because she is a comedian. So if she's still listening, I would love for her to come on the show one day, and I want to hear her point of view with Kevin Hart. But I think that's a great topic for her iHeart show that she does. I think that's an awesome topic for her to talk to her co-host with. I think that's a great discussion. Shout out to who else talked about this as well. Oh my gosh, the podcast. What was that podcast? It was another podcast that talked about it. And I listen to his podcast a lot, and I can't think of his name. Y'all know the podcast that they left Spotify, and now he independent now. He not with Spotify no more. Y'all know his name. Can y'all name his name in the chat? Because it didn't literally slip my mind. That podcast that I watch, and I watch it all the time, and they were talking about Kevin Hart as well. I can't think of it. It's like I can't think of it. They did he had and it's like, oh my gosh, I listen to this podcast a lot. I really listen to this podcast a lot. Okay, let me see. What was his name? I'm trying to think of his name. Oh, I can't think of it. But yeah, it was a lot of people that have Joe Budden. Thank you. Even Joe Budden has something to say. And he said, it's for some people, he made a comment that his comedy is not for everybody. And it is what it is. But it ain't gonna stop people from supporting him. I love his comment. I'm a black man. I love black women. I love black men and black women, all shades of women. I love them. And that does not make me anti-black just because I laughed at Kevin Hart jokes. Let's just make that perfectly clear. Okay? Let's make that perfectly clear. I love black women, and that's something too. And I just think that, it is comedians that uplift black women, but they don't get the type of support like that. So if y'all want the type of comedy that get on stage and all they do is uplift black women, would y'all support them type of comedians? Just saying. So it is some comedians out here that give you nothing but positivity about black women. But would you give them the same support, or would you say they corny and not funny? Just saying. Make sure you all subscribe to the channel. We've been on here for 2 hours, so shout out to y'all. Thank you to all the callers that called in. If you all did not get a chance to call in, y'all can come back for the next show that we're going to do tomorrow. I'm going to give a special shout out to that. Always thank you to the moderators for making this happen. I want to thank you to my graphic designer for making this thumbnail happen as well. Thank you. They said, while you can hear that, you listen to the show. Yeah, Flame Monroe is the truth. Okay, I love Flame. I really love Flame. And when Flame was in controversy with the trans woman, she said what she said. And she stood on that. She backed down. And she said, listen, this dress and stuff comes off. I use this for my show, but I'm a nigga under all this makeup and dress and stuff. Okay? I don't have a dog in the fight. I don't watch Kevin or Tiffany. The chat is a whole show. And it is. Like, this chat is lit. Okay, you all drag me. I've been cussed out. And you all have dragged me all in these comments. Y'all did. Y'all dragged me in my email. Okay. I reached out to Kevin Hart. Okay. And so hopefully one day we can interview him. And you never know who's watching. Let me say this before you go. When people discredit shows, or, oh my God, there's nobody watching, you never know who's watching this show. When this show is on, you never know who's watching. That's why it's so important to do it and believe in yourself. Okay. Yes, Flav, the callers is funny. I would love it. Flav, you got to hit that link. I got to get Flav on the show because I love Flav on her laugh and everything. Yeah, the callers are extremely funny. And the reason I like the callers, I don't like them to be censored. I love the callers. Just keep it real. You want to say what you got to keep it real. And it's my job as the host to, trigger the callers. That would make the people call in. When we all agree, y'all don't call in. But when y'all see something that y'all don't, oh my gosh, Wiley said Kevin Hart is funny and he's not funny. So you're going to call in, you're going to diss me. And one thing about women, particularly black women, if you don't agree with them, they're going to cuss you out. That's one thing about black women. If you don't agree with them, they're good with you as long as you agree with them. But let them keep on. Let me drop the link just in case Flame Monroe want to hit the link. Only Flame if she want to come on, because we can get this exclusive with Flame Monroe, because I have a lot of questions to ask Flame right now. I'm prepared for it. They'll cuss you out. Soon as they'll be like, I don't like Kevin Hart. He don't support black women. Then next thing you know, they'll disrespect this black man. Wiley, you a cockeyed, you ugly. I'll never sleep with you, degrading me as a black man. But you ain't see me talk about support me as a black man. Why do y'all come at black men? If I was white, you wouldn't have said it. They was criticizing me. But they said Kevin Hart was wrong and he shouldn't do it. But when you anti-Wiley, talk to the eye and all that, is it because I'm a black man? Okay. But I didn't take an offense to it because I'm okay. My mind is a different way. I know how I look. I know I'm beautiful. It is what it is. Just because you may not think so, that's your opinion, not my. That ain't how I feel about myself. Okay. Flame, exit the chat because we're gonna hear about you on the next 5 lives. Y'all, it's funny. This chat is funny. I ain't changing crap. It is working for us. We love this unfiltered show. It's really unfiltered. While you don't like about Can I just listen, please? Yes, Flame. They said, what you don't like about Kevin Hart? He come at black and not a. Listen, I love Kevin Hart. Listen, he's a comedian. And it's funny things in the black community that you can talk about. I don't see the issue with it. Why can't we talk about people in the black community? It's nothing wrong with it. If you're a black comedian, particularly, you're going to talk about black folks versus if you're a white person, you're going to talk about white people. So I don't see the issue with it. I don't see the issue with it. If you are offended, maybe it's a possibility because you're a hoe. Okay, maybe it's some hoes in that get offended because, oh, maybe you a hoe and you don't like that. Maybe you were triggered because you was doing whole activity at 15 to 16 years old. Okay, maybe you triggered. And then you want to try to act all bougie because you ain't no hoe no more. You delivered and you married. So you don't, and then that's a topic that you don't want to talk about. Maybe you was 15, 16, going to get hopping in cars, leaving your mama, you know what I'm saying, and hopping, doing all that stuff you ain't had no business doing. And you trigger and you embarrass and you don't like it. But it's okay. It's okay. It's really okay. You like it because he obviously grew up around toxic. Like, listen, I grew up around toxic people. I did. My mama was very toxic. She was a drunk. But I love her dearly. She was toxic. You will hear the F word. You will hear the S word. You will hear, I don't want no punk beat. If you didn't hit it right, you know what I'm saying, with her man that she had, she will let it be known. She had a guy, he made him cry because he wasn't hitting it right. And she told him, your peen ain't nothing. It made him cry. I never heard a man cry before, but in that instance, when I grew up, he was boo-hooing. So I grew up around that toxic energy, but I love it though. I won't change it for a thing. It's funny because when I get on stage, I'm gonna talk about it all. Who cares? Granny, everything. I'm gonna talk about it. Period. Okay, I'm gonna say this and I'm done. My sister, she had got pregnant, I think at 17, I think 16 or 17 years old. I believe that was the age. So my grandma and them, they was all coming at my sister so hard. And I'm like, but grandma, didn't you get pregnant at 13? I'm like, how can you be so judgmental when you got pregnant at 13? Meaning that it was some sex involved and you were humping. Okay, you got pregnant at 13. So keep that same energy, and you don't want nobody judging you, so don't you judge her. And I said it. Yes, I did. Don't worry about you had it at 13. You want to get mad. I said, at least my sister waited a couple of years older than you did. I said it. And I said, be careful who you judge. There was one church lady, she used to be so mean at my sister. Oh, I don't want my daughter to be like you and having sex. I want her to stay a virgin. I don't want you to manipulate my daughter's mind. But this sister in the church called her daughter giving her boyfriend some head. And she couldn't called her daughter, the daughter that she thought was so perfect, the daughter that didn't do no wrong, the daughter that thought was great, called her on her knees, giving her boyfriend some head. And I laughed. I'm like, see, that's what you get when you put your kids on pedestal and you somebody don't do no wrong. And she went in that bedroom, called her daughter, giving her boyfriend head. Yeah. She couldn't say that, but she would come at my sister so wrong, like my sister. I'm like, no, your daughter like doing things too, and that's what you get. I ain't see no problem with it. That's so they were better for your sister. That's why they mad. But I understand what you're saying. But I said what I said, and I ain't changed. She was giving head. Yes, she did. I'm like, my sister told me that. I was boo-hoo and I was laughing, but I couldn't laugh around y'all. Y'all know y'all saved. Y'all. Child, I can't laugh around y'all because y'all the ones that's judgmental. Oh my God, Wiley, he shouldn't be saying it. Child, I'm gonna say it. It's my mouth, okay? I'm not offended because I compartmentalize what's the mirror and the major instead of being mad about a joke. We need to examine why fewer Black women get married and why we kill each other. Oh wow. Thanks for the giggle, Wiley, in chat. Thank you. They say, I can't believe the church always talking about only has 10 saints attended. But yeah, and so I grew up under that. I heard all that. So a lot of stuff really don't offend me like that. You know what I'm saying? I've been called the F word, the S word, the F word. I heard that a lot, So a lot of things don't offend me like it does you. And people, don't take it. Let me tell you this before I go. I'm about to close. It's just comedy. Just laugh, okay? Take a chill pill. Don't get too offended. You might go to Flame or Road show and get offended. And Flame not gonna care. It's comedy. It's comedy. His rich daughter is rich. I'm still in 80K income range. Okay, we talking about rich people problem. They all he rich. Okay, and I'm still eating Popeye's chicken and a stale biscuit. Okay, and we talking about somebody that's a millionaire that got a Netflix special. You think I'm about to sit here? He's doing something right. They talking about Kevin Hart ain't funny. Well, obviously he funny to somebody because he got a show. He's on Netflix and he's got so many movies. So I want to be that way. Okay. All right, y'all. Thank y'all so much. Make sure y'all subscribe. Y'all just really something. Y'all are triggered. Leave in the comments of how y'all really feel about Wiley or Kevin Hart. We left Kevin Hart a voice note. So we want to say thank you to Kevin, thank you to Flame, and thank you to all of y'all. I love y'all. Even though y'all might not love me, I love you. If you chocolate, I love you. If you white, I love all women here. Okay? I love each and every one of y'all. I got to go. Let me finish my Popeye. Listen, I got my Popeyes right here. Let me finish my Popeyes chicken, and I'm about to eat this biscuit and warm this up and finish eating this chicken sandwich that I got with these pickles. Yes. Okay. I am done. All right. I'll see y'all later. Thank y'all. Peace. Where are we at? Okay. Let me get this off the screen. Let me close it. Okay. Woo, Lord. Okay. I'll see you a coin for only a 2-piece, but no biscuit. Let me go finish eating my Popeyes. Oh, let me finish eating my Popeyes. Oh, see, Wiley love it. So I love my hoes. Ain't nothing wrong with being a hoe. Stop judging hoes. Hoes are great for society. Shoot. Talking about, oh, man, please. Ain't nothing wrong with no hoe. Ain't nothing wrong with it. You know, shoot. Okay. Peace. They is getting too deep. Flame on right, they getting too deep. It's funny. They think too deep. Shit, it's comedy. God damn, I don't want nobody like, I don't think you should be saying that, Wiley, and all that. I don't think that stuff's so funny. That's the problem. That's the problem. Just be funny. Don't worry about that. Be funny. It's just comedy. I don't understand. Ooh, Wiley. Ooh, you must not like black women. What if he would have said? I'm like, girl, it is comedy. Don't be that. I won't want to date nobody that's stuck up so deep and so woke. Maybe it's comedy. It's a comedy special. We ain't watching we ain't at no woke rally. This a comedy show. See, he said a lot of black women. See, he left his wife. She dark skinned. See, he wouldn't have said about his light skinned wife. See, that's the problem. See how y'all do black women? Stand with black women, baby. Y'all sound like Megan Thee Stallion. Everything ain't about this being like, it's just comedy. Okay, let me go. When he said it, he wouldn't have said it if it was a white woman. I'm like, Lord have mercy. Like, it ain't no white women hoes out here. Come on. Get real. Come on. It's just comedy. It's just comedy. Like, it ain't no white hoes. It's some white hoes out here too. Actually, I think they kind of better than some of these black ones. I'm gonna be honest with you. Sure, let me finish eating my Popeye. Ain't no doggone sense. He wouldn't have said if it was a white woman, man. Yeah, you turned that heat on. I'm burning up. Can you turn that heat down? Can you turn that heat down? I'm hot. You got me burning up. I'm sweating everything. Yeah, got me all hot. I'm already getting dragged in the comments. Well, you know. All right. Bye-bye, y'all.